and Subs, E&MU Portales, and E&MU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Maze Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Plateau, Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Richland Chevrolet Buick, Roswell Seed Company, Southwest Printers, Trustmark Roofing, University of New Mexico, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Now, on to the action.
My name is Damien Quesada. I am number 3. I'm a senior. I play middle linebacker. My parents are Dina Torres. I just play football. My favorite teacher is Miss Ingram. My favorite football team is the Broncos. And I love being Coyote because we're held to a higher standard.
My name is Kevin Molina, number 4. I'm a junior. I play DB. My parents are Jesus and Nelly Molina. I'm involved in also basketball. My favorite teacher is probably Fuller. My football team, Cowboys all the way. And then I love being a Coyote, just go Coyotes.
My name's Isaac Loya. I'm number 6. My position is safety. My mom is Elisa Loya. The other program I'm in is baseball. Swing the bat. And my favorite teacher is Ms. Ridge. Shout out Ms. Ridge, 5th period. I got some brothers in there. And my favorite part about being a Roswell High Coyote is that when we play Goddard, we never lose. Amen.
My name is Noah Lynn. I'm number 71. I'm a junior defensive lineman. My parents are Julie and Jeff Lynn. I'm also involved in baseball and track. My favorite teacher is probably Mr. Boardman. My favorite football team is Dallas Cowboys. And I love being a Coyote just for getting to hang out with my homies and love playing football. Go Coyotes.
My name is Rico Lujan. I am number 74. My position is offensive center. My parents are Ernest and Maria Lujan. I'm also involved in student council. My favorite teacher is my dad. My favorite football team is the Steelers, and I love being a Coyote because it's like being involved with another family.
My name is Jordan Espinoza. I'm number 75. I'm a junior. I play center. I'm also involved in track. My favorite teacher is Miss Ingram. My favorite football team is the Raiders, and I love being a Coyote because it fills me with joy.
My name is Hector Aguirre. I'm number 78. I'm a senior. I play right guard. I'm also involved in track. My favorite teacher is Coach Lynn. My favorite football team is Dallas Cowboys. I love being a Coyote because the love you give and give up.
Or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
If a sports injury is keeping you from the physical activities you love, the sports medicine team at Artesia General Hospital can help. Their orthopedic specialists and physical therapists work closely with you throughout diagnosis and treatment. No matter the injury, from ACL injuries, golfers and tennis elbow to foot and ankle pain, they'll get you back in the game. Appointments are available in Artesia or Carlsbad. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. I am your host this evening, Art Sandoval, and I'm here with, once again, the Commander-in-Chief, Head Coach, Jeff Lynn. Coach Lynn, good evening, sir. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good, man. Good, man. Hey, big contest tonight. The Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the Los Lunas Tigers. A lot of history with this game right now, but before we do anything, Coach, as usual, let's recap last week's game. Big victory last week against the Hobbs Eagles. You know, Coach McDonald and I were doing some statistics, kind of doing some background and history work and stuff, and the Roswell Coyotes actually had some trouble with the Hobbs Eagles in the past, but as of last week, kind of broke that tradition. Tell me your thoughts on last week's game. It was a big win. Just tell me what you think about that.
No, it was a big win. I mean, anytime you can go over to Hobbs and get a win, that's a good thing. I mean, they're the biggest school in the state. You know, their high school over there is about twice our enrollment. I mean, and football's kind of a bit of a numbers game, and so for us to go over there and beat them is a big deal. It's big for us. So just a good team win. You know, it wasn't perfect by any means. We still had some mistakes that we had 2 turnovers inside the 5-yard line. You know, I thought we played pretty well defensively. Kicking game was okay, wasn't great. So there's still some things that we can work on, but again, anytime you can go on the road and get a big win against Hobbs, we'll definitely take that.
Absolutely. I was really, really impressed. You said the key word, the defense. Not that the offense did bad, but defense was just magnificent. One of the things that I noticed offensively, inside the 5-yard line, the Roswell Coyotes actually had 2 mistakes. You had 1 interception, you had 1 fumble. Things happened. It's early in the year. I'm sure you made those adjustments. But defensively, Coach, what stands out in your mind right now defensively? You know,
just our run defense has been really good. You know, like people are having a hard time running the ball on us, and you know that's when you can make a team one-dimensional, that's really good. You know, our front's playing well. Our linebackers are playing well. You know. And just the physical brand of football that they're playing up front and in the linebacking core is, and really our safeties are fitting in the run game as well and corners. I mean, it's a total team defensive effort, but they're flying around the field and working hard and being really physical.
One of the things that stands out in my mind right now was the big hit by Damien Quesada in the first quarter when he took out the quarterback. I mean, there was a penalty on there, and I don't think I think they were trying to call targeting, but there was nothing targeting about it. It was a clean hit, in my opinion. But that was something that stood out in my mind. And then, of course, the 50-yard INT, pick 6, that was something else. What do you think about that, Coach?
Yeah. No, I think both those plays were, you know, Damien's, again, was, they called us for targeting on that, but it was clearly shoulder to shoulder. I mean, there wasn't anything illegal about that. You know, and that's in today's world. I mean, if you get a big hit, you know, it's almost always a penalty. You know, I mean, those you know, and the referees are being trained that way to call that stuff. But I definitely think that was clean. The pick 6, that was a huge play. You know, we had gone down and scored, and then you know, for them to come back and get the pick 6, that was a big deal. And then right after that, we onside kicked and recovered the onside kick and went down and scored. And then, you know, that was a 21-point swing right there. That was pretty much the ball game at that point. But no, defensively, they're doing a lot of good things. You know, and I think we had 4 turnovers that we forced. Right. We had, you know, I think 3 picks and 1 fumble recovery. We also had a blocked punt. I mean, you know, a blocked punt is basically a turnover because you're getting the ball where it was blocked at. So, no, just really like the way the kids are playing. You know, they're playing with good effort. They're being good teammates and just playing the game the right way.
Absolutely. So this week, that was the results of the Hobbs Eagles game and the Roswell Coyote game last week. But this coming week is going to be even more of a challenge, Coach. As I was doing some of my research here, it looks like the Roswell Coyotes are still number 2 in 5A. They, you know, jumped from 3 to 2 last week, and they still remain in the number 2 spot. Of course, Artesia's in the number 2 spot overall in the state of New Mexico. And, of course, the Roswell Coyotes jumped to the number 4 spot overall in the state of New Mexico. Again, I know how you feel about rankings. You know how I feel about it. But just for the viewers, for the listeners, they really want to find out what's going on with Roswell Coyote football. So the Las Lunas Tigers in the 6A classification, they are number 3 in the 6A classification, and they are number 4 overall in the state of New Mexico. So it's 3 versus 4, and, of course, this is going to be the New Mexico Game of the Week once again.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, we're used to, you know, we play this tough schedule to get us ready for the playoffs. And, you know, we've got a lot of history with Las Lunas. You know, we've played them probably more over the last 7-8 years than probably any other team. I mean, you know, with the playoff appearances and the state championship appearances, we're very familiar with Coach Hennington, and they do a great job at Las Lunas. So this will be a good challenge for us. I'm excited about it. You know, to go into this game, both teams are 3-0. There'll be some buzz around the game, and it's a big game, but they're all big games. So we're just, you know, trying to put one foot in front of the other and just keep consistent and just try to keep getting better. But it is exciting. It is exciting to have this kind of game at the Wool Bowl Friday night.
Absolutely. You know, it's been a hot week here in Roswell, New Mexico. As you know, it's 107. Well, it was 107 this afternoon. It's going to be right about game time, about 103 degrees. I know you've had an excellent work, you know, week of work of practice. Tell me a little bit about your practice this week. What are you really going to try to focus on tonight?
Yeah, no, we've had a good week of practice. It is hot, but you know, that's what we deal with in southeastern New Mexico. So
Yeah.
there's no complaining here. And,
Right.
You know, I think that might even benefit us. I mean, you know, you look at what Los Lunas has practiced in all weekend. You know, they've been in the 90s, and you know, we've been in the 100s. So it'll be hot at game time. It'll be hotter than anything they practiced in. So I think that benefits us. But our practices have been good. Yeah, that's the one thing I like about this team is they're really consistent in the way they practice, and we don't ever have like super great practices. We don't ever have, you know, terrible practices. They're really consistent, and they come to work every day and they try to get better. So practices have been good, and excited to see what happens tonight.
Tell me about the Los Lunas Tigers defensively. What are they going to be running up front? What are they known for?
Yeah, they're an Okie team. They're a 3-4 team. They're a little bit different. I mean, Hobbs was a 3-4 team as well. They're different than Hobbs, though. They're going to play straight man coverage in the back end, a lot of zero coverage, a lot of cover one. And they're going to bring pressure. They're going to walk their linebackers up, and they're going to blitz, and you know, they're going to put pressure on us. And so it'll be critical for us to be, you know, to handle that pressure, and you know, so we can move the ball against them. So.
Okay, offensively, pretty much the same thing.
No, offensively, they're you know we've played 3 spread teams here to begin the season with Lovington, Santa Fe, and Hobbs. Now we're going to more of a traditional, you know, power run team. I mean, they do it out of the gun. You know, they're going to run power, and they're going to run ISO, and they're going to run outside zone and stretch and fly sweep. And then when we start creeping up on the run, they've got really good receivers that can hit you over the top. So they want to run the ball, but then they're also going to, you know, try to take advantage of you in the deep passing game. So they're really good. They have really good skill players. I mean, their running back's good. They've got 3 wide receivers that are good. The quarterback's good. They're big up front. So this will be a big challenge for us. I mean, we've got to stop the run, but we can't be peeking in the backfield and give up the big play in the passing game. So big time challenge, biggest challenge to date for our defense, and I'm excited to see how they respond to the challenge.
Sounds good. Roswell Coyotes taking on the Los Lunas Tigers tonight. Anything in closing, Coach? No,
just excited. I guess it's senior citizen tonight. That's the theme for the student body. I mean, it's fun to see those kids, you know, participate, and you know, it's hopefully we have a good crowd tonight, and it's going to be hot. And it probably should have been shirtless night or something. I don't know, but no, we're excited about it, and our student body and our fans are great, and good to see the Big Red Band and, you know, the Charlie's Angels and the cheerleaders, all the pageantry that goes with Roswell Coyote football. We love all those kids and love all those programs, and sure appreciate what they do for us. So excited to get out here and play and see what happens.
Well, the fans are coming into the Louisville quickly, and as you mentioned earlier, Coach, it's going to be an exciting game tonight. 3 versus 4 in the state of New Mexico, 2 versus 3 in 5-6A. It's going to be an exciting night. Hey, good luck tonight, Coach. We'll see you after the game.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Thanks for listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Available to you thanks to smart home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber to home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Roswell High School football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We are your hosts, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. We're here at the World Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico, the All-American City. I'll tell you what, Coach McDonald, it was 107 degrees this afternoon, and currently 103, feels like 97. But guess what? We're here on Friday night once again in Week 4 of New Mexico football as the Roswell Coyotes, 3-0, will be taking on the Los Lunas Tigers, who are also 3-0.
They are, and we were just talking pregame with someone saying that this has got to be the game of the week in the state. I mean, you got your overall number 4 hosting your overall number 5, not the same classification, but yeah, this should really be a good one. And we've had some good ones between these two teams in recent years, with the Coyotes usually coming out on top, including both those state championships back to back. But I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one. This is a real strong Los Lunas team, and obviously we're doing pretty well this year as well.
Well, Coach, you were just talking about, we'll just go straight to the rankings real quick for New Mexico 5 and 6A. I know they're going to be doing the presentation of colors here, but I think we'll be okay with this. Let's just go straight to the 5A classifications. In New Mexico 5A, the Roswell Coyotes still remain number 2 in the state of New Mexico, and actually number 4 overall in all classifications. And the Los Lunas Tigers in the 6A classification are ranked number 3, and the Los Lunas Tigers are right behind the Roswell Coyotes in the overall classification. So 4 versus 5, and you made reference to the New Mexico Game of the Week, and this is exactly what it is, New Mexico Game of the Week.
Yeah, I can't imagine a better matchup this week anyway for high school football. And, regardless of what happens, unless it's just a blowout one way or the other, I think the rankings will probably, stay pretty much the same. The two teams might flip, but I don't see any big movement after the outcome of this game one way or the other.
One of the things we always talk about, and we said this from week 1 before the season started, we said what's going to end up happening in 5A, you're going to have 3 of the 4 teams in the top 3. 1, 2, 3, with Artesia being 1, Roswell 2, and the Goddard Rockets at the 3 seed currently, and then the Mayfield Trojans at the 7 seed, but that's subject to change here in the near future.
Oh, absolutely. And then if you look at the coaches poll, which, you and I think is, we like a little better early in the season. Right. Coaches poll, they're 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, our district is 1, 2, 3, and 4 in 5A football in the coaches poll. So, that's saying a whole lot. Our whole district's on the road with varying degrees of difficulty. Mayfield's got a tough one at Centennial. Talking about next week. They all go on the road next week. Mayfield's got Centennial next week. Artesia's got Deming, which is, it's not an easy one. Mm-hmm. We've got Carlsbad, definitely not an easy one. And Goddard's got at Mayamura, and you would think that would be the most favorable matchup for any of our district teams. But after that, that traveling that far, it makes a difference.
Sure.
Mayamura, they're not ranked currently, but they're capable of surprising people too. So, it's going to be tough for our district, but I expect us to remain on top, honestly, all the way through to the end.
Yeah, well, you're talking about the New Mexico coaches polls right now, and we have not been able to talk about our picks this year. Just because we had some difficulties with our technology right now. But let's just go ahead and just kind of go through the top 5 real quick. What do you think is going to happen with the Artesia Bulldogs and the Deming Wildcats tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be. I'd like to say it's going to be kind of competitive, but honestly, Artesia really should handle Deming pretty easily, even though that game is at Deming. I could see Artesia going into district, maybe undefeated, but they've got a tough one on their schedule coming up because they are going to go up and play Cleveland this year.
Okay,
so that's going to be difficult. So, what's interesting to me about a potential showdown with Artesia going into district, we could go into district undefeated. They could go into district either undefeated or possibly with 1 loss, which, potentially has a matchup for the district championship. And then, of course, you're looking to meet in the postseason as well.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with you on this one here, Coach. I think the Artesia Bulldogs will take on the Deming Wildcats, and they're going to handle them pretty easily. I'm going to take Artesia in this ball game here. So with the Roswell Coyotes, of course, the Coyotes beat Hobbs 34-6 last week, and of course taking on the Los Lunas Tigers. And this is correct, right?
This is. Yeah, I just had this.
Oh, that's incorrect. I'm sorry.
Just this opponent wrong on here. No, all the scores.
You have the opponents on there right now, or no? These are for this week?
These are for this week.
Okay, so this is correct. Okay, okay, perfect. So the Roswell Coyotes, as we mentioned earlier, will be taking on the Los Lunas Tigers. This is going to be, as we mentioned, the New Mexico Game of the Week. And one of the things that I was thinking about here, as you and I talked about as we were down on the field on the 50-yard line for pregame, is the quarterback, number 9, Damasio Canacero. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Canacero is what I'm saying. He's a senior quarterback, lefty, who wears number 9. He is the quarterback at this point. He's pretty much a standout. And, of course, you have Fabian Trujillo as a returning running back, wide receiver. You're going to hear his names quite a bit for the most part, but should be quite a contest. But I will tell you that Jeff Lynn's Roswell Coyotes, as you heard probably in pregame, he's ready to rock and roll. It's going to be the name of the game tonight is going to be the defense for the Roswell Coyotes. Manny Fuentes will continue doing his passing. Bryce Sanchez will get a few reps there, and he'll get his 50 yards plus. And then, of course, you'll probably end up seeing some speed option. But other than that, I think the Roswell Coyotes will end up winning this ball game by 14.
All right, I think that's a pretty good prediction there. I can go with that. I'm not sure I want to predict a score because I'm not sure how our defense is going to react. I think this is the best offense that we've played so far. So I'm not ready to predict a score. We are so far this season. We've run the ball. It's pretty much been a 75-25 split running the football, and part of that's having leads. We have been ahead in these games. But you mentioned Manny Fuentes. He's been super efficient. He's had complete on 86% of his passes, only 5 incompletions, and I know there's 3 drops in there. So, and then you had 1 interception. So basically just one miss. The interception was an ill-advised pass, a jump ball type. But, he's been so efficient, so accurate. He's averaging 16 yards of completion. Hasn't had to throw it very much. He's got basically 1 game worth of passing stats just because, he's been so efficient and the running game has worked so well. On the other hand, the running game, they've got a great average, almost 6 a carry overall. You got Bryce Sanchez, 5 touchdowns, 260 yards. The next, it's been kind of Godoy after that, 22 carries, 150 yards and a touchdown. And then Fuentes, he's been effective running the football in short yardage situations. He's got 4 scores already running it. So, it's been not even that balanced. Usually we have kind of a balanced attack, and we've been a running football team so far this year.
Absolutely. So the Los Lunas Tigers, as we mentioned, 3-0, and the Roswell Coyotes 3-0, 4 versus 5 overall in the state of Mexico. Again, you don't predict the score. I think Roswell wins by 14.
Oh, I'll pick a how much they win by.
I'm not predicting a 24-3, 14 or anything like that. I'm just saying that I feel that the Roswell Coyotes, based on the statistics in the film, I'm going based on that information there. Roswell Coyotes, win by 14.
I'm usually more conservative than you on the picks, but I'm going to say Roswell High by 3 scores, by 3 touchdowns.
Sounds good. What else you got there in the next round there?
All right. Well, talked briefly about this matchup recently. Roswell has won 6 out of the last 8, including those 2 state title games. The state final in 19 and the state final in 18. Both against Los Lunas. One was here, one was there. And of course, the one in Los Lunas, that was probably the funnest game I've ever called with you, partner. That was
for sure.
That was tremendous. It came down to the last play, basically, when the defense got to stop to win that one and take home the blue trophy. Had a good game last year in Los Lunas, a 35-23 win. And I believe there was a late score by Los Lunas that maybe wasn't really as close as that score would indicate, but they did win by 12 last year, so close to your score prediction. Year before was another 2-touchdown game, but it was a loss, right? And that was that crazy year we had when we started 0-4, wound up 5-6, started 0-4. Shotgun, let's turn that down. Shotgun started 0-4, down 1 district, and then lost in the quarterfinals. So, this has been, before that, it's been pretty much all Roswell High, lopsided scores before that. But it's gonna be a good one today. I 3 touchdowns is probably too much, but I'll stick with that pick just because I believe in this defense so much. I talk about it every week. It seems like offense always gets all the praise and all the press.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, this defense is as good as I think I've seen since we've been doing this for sure, and it's got to be one of the top defenses in the state.
Yep, absolutely. So talking about other games around the state, I know we talked about the Artesia wild card. The Artesia Deming game, Roswell, and of course Los Lunas. The Goddard Rockets at Miramaya tonight. I think that in this right here, the Goddard Rockets 2-1. Excuse me. I really do think the Goddard Rockets will end up beating Miramaya by a large sum in tonight's game. I don't know what your feelings are on it, but they're the number 3 team in the state of New Mexico, and I think Miramaya is kind of struggling a little bit, but I'm going to take Goddard Rockets by big.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a real high-scoring game, but I think it'll be somewhere in the vicinity of 28-7 somewhere.
Sounds good. And the last one, since it's our district opponent,
sure,
the number 4 Mayfield Trojans, they'll be taking on Centennial. As you know, the Centennial Hawks over there in the Las Cruces area are the number 2 team. 3 team, I beg your pardon.
Well, 3 team in the state.
3 team in the state, 2 teams in 6A. So they're going to be, the Roswell Coyotes did play them in a scrimmage game. But I am going to also take the Centennial Hawks over the Mayfield Trojans, also by a large sum.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one as well. I don't think that Mayfield is quite ready for what Centennial's going to bring. And Centennial, they're probably, even though they're 1-2 right now, they're probably in the mix. To be there at the end in 5A. I think Cleveland's got to be a big favorite. They're 2-1, but that's a loss to a powerhouse Amarillo team. Centennial's 1-2, but neither of their losses were bad either. And then La Cueva's 0-3. They're better than that. They had the forfeit, but they did have 2 losses other than the forfeit. So again, that's some tough scheduling that those big 6A powerhouses play. Volcano could be in the mix, and I'll tell you what, watching Farmington on film, this team beat Farmington, Los Lunas, in Farmington, and Farmington's good. So, this Los Lunas, I think, maybe has a chance to kind of be a sleeper pick in 6A this year.
Yep. Okay. So we're just about a minute and 25 seconds before. When the Roswell Coyotes are actually on the field, Los Lunas getting ready. We'll just go over some starting lineups here. It looks like the Roswell Coyotes won the toss. They will defer to the second half. And right now, let's go with the defensive starting lineup here. Number 24 is Wes Gallegos, playing cornerback at 5'6", 160 pounds, and classified as a senior. Eli Lynn, defensive end, 5'11", 210-pound senior. Dominic Silva, defensive tackle, 6'1", 200-pound junior, wearing 61, as I mentioned. Number 71, playing right tackle, Noah Lynn, 6'2", 245 pounds, and he's only a junior. And then Aiden Rutley, the 6'4", I think he's getting close to 6'5" now, 210, will be playing the defensive end. And then Jeremiah Modriel, the cornerback, had a pick six, 50-yard pick six last week against Hobbs. Will begin the starting call at cornerback, 5'8", 160-pound senior. And then Connor Nichols will play safety, 5'10", 170-pound senior. Zai Carrasco will play the other safety at 6'1", 170 pounds. And then your linebackers. Playing Sam linebacker tonight is number 32, Vernon Molinar. Keegan Nichols will play the will linebacker. And then Damon Quesada. And here's a kickoff for the Roswell Coyotes. It is Friday, September 8th, Week 4 in New Mexico football. And the Starburst is in place for the Los Lunas Tigers. And just like that, the Roswell Coyotes will stop Los Lunas, and it looks like Los Lunas will start out at about the 15-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10, middle part of the field. We'll talk about the offense here in just a moment.
Yeah, and we'll have a change on that offensive depth chart I have for you there, because L.J. Macias will not go today. He's injured.
That's correct.
That's probably going to be either Estrada or possibly Manny Segala. I'm not sure who's going to get the nod there, but they'll both play quite a bit.
Sounds good. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 19. The Los Lunas Tigers. Sorry, Coach. I talked a lot today, sir. It was a rough one today, bud. But here we go. And it's going to be the quarterback. It's going to be Kaneshiro. He's going to hand it off immediately. And the Los Lunas Tigers will go nowhere. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. And we'll call that about right hash for the listeners on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And once again, I just want to thank our sponsors that are making this happen on KSVPTV.com. We are your host, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, 2nd and 10.
Adrian Rutley just shooting in there and making the tackle for no gain, close to a tackle for loss. So good start for Rutledge.
All right, Kenan Shiro, the quarterback. Strong arm, as we saw him in pregame, and it's going to be thrown incomplete. Third down situation now for Los Lunas.
Yeah, and that's what the Coyotes have to watch. They cannot let those receivers get behind them, those defensive backs, because that's how you lose to Los Lunas. They will throw it way down the field, and this quarterback's got an arm. I mean, he can really sling it, and he's not afraid to throw it deep. In fact, he prefers it. You know, they like to run between the tackles, and they like to throw it deep down the field. And
they're going to have a flag now, so they're going to say it's pass interference.
Oh, they just got their feet tangled up. That's...
Well, I will tell you the officials tonight, the referee will be Leonard Velasquez. Line judge will be Brian Randall from Mescalero. Umpire will be Billy Page from Reynosa, New Mexico. Lineman Lawrence Velasquez, from Hondo. And then back judge will be Carl DePue out of Artesia. Those are your officials for tonight's varsity game, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout already, and that one's going to be on Los Lunas. Therefore, that means we will take a timeout. You are listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. It is 1st and 10 now on the 26 for the Los Lunas Tigers. And the quarterback is Damasio Canashiro. Dropping back to pass. No, it's going to be handed off. And the running back will be Fabian Trujillo.
Yeah, Keegan Nichols on the tackle there, and we called his name early and often last week. He was the defensive player of the game in my opinion. Last week, he shut down Hobbs in their first basically 2 possessions almost by himself. I mean, I know it's a team game. He made plays on both those first drives. And making the tackle there again is Nichols, also leading the team in tackles this year.
2nd down and 8 from the 26. And it looks like Cannon Shiro is going to be in shotgun formation, shotgun right. Dropping back to pass. There is going to be a hanky. It's dropped to the flat side, and it's going to be dropped to number 23. That's going to be Emmy De La Torre.
Yeah, this must be coming back. And we will see. Started on the 28-yard line as they had gained about 2, but everybody's going back that direction, so it looks like it's going to be
a holding call.
Yeah, I would guess they threw it very early, though.
Right.
So, and they are going to...
Yeah, so it will be on Los Lunas.
Yeah, not holding. It's some kind of pre-snap type thing. They let the play go, but...
It is senior night here at the Wool Bowl for the Roswell Coyotes. Not only just for the football team, dance team, cheer team as well. Okay, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 10. I'm not understanding the call here. Now they're going to say 2nd and 14. Yeah. Okay, so Kenan Shiro, the quarterback, is going to hand it off to number 23, Emmy De La Torre.
And the tackle made there by number 60, that's Matthew Avitia, and that's, in that regular rotation. And good job by the junior defensive tackle.
Yeah, so the score is 0-0 here in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 43 seconds left in the first quarter. The Los Lunas Tigers really, at this point, have not done any damage to the Roswell Coyotes. It's going to be trips to the top of your screen. Shotgun right, and actually, let's see if Cannon Shiro will be in pistol formation. He's going to adjust here. He's going to be in about a pistol formation. We're going to call it shotgun left now. And let's see if the strong arm quarterback is going to take a shot. He does, and that's going to be picked off by number 7, Keegan Nichols. Keegan Nichols once again having a game as he did last week. Wow, what a job by the Roswell Coyotes and Keegan Nichols.
Well, and just a great job staying home and staying right with his receiver, showing the speed. Nichols, you know, he's probably not known necessarily for his speed, but staying with the receiver.
Oh, well, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, buddy.
Yeah, that was just played perfectly, and you know they would have punted, if he knocks it down. But I'll tell you what, that's pretty good field position, and the offense is on the field for the first time right now.
All right, the Roswell Coyotes now 1st and 10 from the 43. It is 9 minutes and 17 seconds left. It is Manny Fuentes in company. It's going to be it's going to be pistol formation rolling out to the right side. He has a man deep, man open. It looks like Segala, and it's going to be complete about the 9-yard line. First down, Coyotes. And talking about the starting lineup for the Roswell Coyotes, we're going to talk about them here in just a moment as the Coyotes look like they're going hurry-up offense, but guess what? There's a hanky, and that ball is going to come back.
Oh, boy, and you hate to see that because just a tremendous read by Fuentes and a great catch because Manny really wasn't that open. I mean, That's pretty good defense by Los Lunas there. The defender did kind of lose track of where the ball was going to be right at the last second, gave Manny a chance to make a play.
Yep. So the starting line for the Roswell Coyotes, number 51 is Javier Garcia playing left tackle, 5'10", 200 pounds. Followed by the left guard, 5'7", 250-pound senior, Daniel Cedillo. And then the center tonight is going to be number 74, Rico Lohan. I'm going to give him credit for about 5'11", 220-pound senior. And then Hector Aguirre, number 78, 5'8", 185-pound senior. And then right tackle is Adrian Barraza, number 70, stands at 6'2", 225-pound senior. It's going to be first down and about 15 for the Roswell Coyotes. Fuentes in pistol formation will hand it off to Bryce Sanchez, and Sanchez is going to gain about 3. Is that what you're giving him, Coach?
3 yards, almost gets the penalty yardage back. That'll put him in basically a second long situation, not too long though. You just want to get, anytime you get first and more than 10, you want to pick up a few yards on first and second down. You know, you don't want to necessarily try to get it all back at once. So I like the play call.
Okay, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 12 now as Sanchez gains 3 yards from the 41-yard line, left hash. And here comes Manny Fuentes. We'll dump it out into the flat area, and it's going to be incomplete. We'll bring up a 3rd down for the Roswell Coyotes. The pass was intended for number 9, Peyton Kennard.
Yeah, Manny just missed him there. He had Kennard with a chance to pick up a big chunk of the first down yardage, and he just had a little pressure on him and just kind of missed, which is extremely unusual for Manny this year.
All right, number 10 is out down on the bottom of your screen. That's going to be Jacob Palomino. It's going to be empty set. Trips to the top of your screen, twins to the bottom. Fuentes getting direction from the commander-in-chief. Many options here, and I love the spread offense. Let's see if Fuentes will end up dropping back to pass, going to a quarterback draw. We'll see what happens here with the 3-man front, make it a 4-man front now for the Tigers.
Oh, they bring
under pressure. It's going to be a slip screen, and that's going to be to number 10, Jacob Palomino, and he will get positive yardage and brought down about the 45-yard line. Let's see what the official says here, and it's going to be the 45-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punting unit will come on the field for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, and that's a good call. You know, you can take chances. There's times to take chances and times not to. But I don't believe this is one, and I don't believe you'll see any type of fake here either.
0-0 if you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. You have 7 minutes and 48 seconds left here in quarter 1. Zy Carrasco, about the 30-yard line, will be set to punt for the Roswell Coyotes. There's the snap, and it's a nice one. And it's going to be a fake. Yes, Carrasco is about the 45-50, and it's going to be close. No, he's going to be
short.
2
yards.
And it's that really surprises me that Carrasco, let me rephrase that. It surprises me that Coach Lynn would actually do a trick play right now, but, well, I shouldn't say that. I say it surprised me early in the game. Let's put it that way is what I'm trying to say.
You know, it's not a terrible time to go for it. I didn't think he would, like you said, but, you he just gets 6 on his first carry of the season, and that is going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and that's big because the Los Lunas Tigers take over at the 49-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 with 7:33 left in quarter one. And there's going to be a pass, and once again, they're going to take a shot, and that's going to be great defense once again. And that's, is that number 14? Is that Connor Nichols again?
I think it's Germ, wasn't it?
Okay, it is number 25, Jeremiah Moriel.
Yeah, that's just great defense, just staying with him. And so, these defensive backs, they're really showing that they can match up speed-wise,
of course,
with these receivers from Los Lunas. And, defensively, I think speed is going to be the key for us against the run game as well, because they rotate off. Tigers do, and they're huge. Some of them are just really big players.
2nd and 10 from the 49, 7:25 left, score 0-0. Ken Shero, the quarterback for the Los Lunas Tigers, will move his running back to a different set here, and is going to hand it off. And going to run into a brick wall is De La Torre.
Yeah, Zy Carrasco and Noah Lynn probably should get half tackle credit for that. And Noah doing some push-ups. I don't know if he's stretching out or upset that he didn't get that tackle quicker. I mean, is it no gain? But
yeah, 3rd down and 10 now from the 49. The clock continues to run. 0-0 is the score with 6:53 remaining in quarter one. The secondary is cut in half here. Looks like a cover 2 defense of secondary here. And Cannon Shero going out to the right side, going to toss it back to the left side into the flat area, and he's going to be tackled.
Jacob Palomino, my goodness. What a nice job by Jacob Palomino. He had to get around the blocker and make the solo tackle. If not, that goes for a 1st down at least. So Jacob Palomino kind of all over the field here, lining up as a wide receiver on the last play, and then making a tackle on 3rd down, and just a quick 3 and out. This defense, Coach.
So it's going to be 4th down and 8 now. So there is going to be.
Who do they got back there?
Well, and so I don't know, because there's not the number 28 is not on the roster. Maybe you might have it.
Yeah, Matt Castillo.
Okay. Is this what you gave me here, Coach? Matt Castillo?
No, I gave you a roster that's got it. My roster's got it on there.
Matt Castillo. Okay, perfect. So
short punt, and it might have hit the Roswell player, so that's smart of Castillo to pick it up. It's not going to get any kind of return.
So he's going to be brought down. Let's see if they give him that forward progress there about the 15-yard line. So it is. I like your stuff better here, Coach. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play because the punt was short, and it might have hit one of our blockers, which would make it a live ball. Castillo smartly scoops it up and tries to make something of it, but I think they were going after the punter there, so the return was not really set up.
All right, so the running game for the Roswell Coyotes, Bryce Sanchez, as we mentioned his name earlier, he's wearing number 22, doing some running, 5'10", 210 pounds. Peyton Kennard, talked about him. He's about 5'10", 200 pounds. And then Josh Estrada was going to get some playing time at the slot position along with some wide receiver. He's about 5'8", 175 pounds. And, of course, you have the senior captain quarterback, Manny Fuentes, at about 5'11", 165 pounds, speed option to the left, 119. The relationship is close. There will be forward progress, and the play will work. But I'll tell you what, this is a great job by Coach. Is that Bryce Sanchez that you got?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So great job by Bryce. The relationship between the quarterback and Bryce Sanchez was about 3 yards, and that's a little dangerous. But luckily enough, Manny Fuentes had a good relationship with Bryce. Bryce had enough time and skill to catch the ball and got positive yardage, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 now for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, that's a real good job, good decision-making by Manny. And now we've got Palomino back in the game on offense, so he's not getting much of a rest on either side of the ball.
Bryce Sanchez will have the 1st down, and that's a great job. And it looked like the Los Lunas Tigers were playing about I used to call it a bear front, but it's really kind of a 5-man front for Los Lunas. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Coyotes, and Fuentes trots back onto the yard. And they're going to start out on the left hash here, Coach.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Los Lunas loves to bring the pressure. They bring 5 people to the quarterback almost every play from different positions. You can see as they line up, you don't know where they're coming from. But it's rarely fewer than 5.
Speed option once again, and Manny kind of running into traffic and loses the ball, and it looks like the Roswell Coyotes will regain possession. I don't know how that happened there, but speed option going to the left side. We're calling it 118 speed option. Fuentes lost the ball. Looked like Las Lunas recovered it, and then some way, shape, or form, the ball continued to be loose, and the Roswell High Coyotes gained possession once again.
You know, and I couldn't tell who got on the football. That was a weird, because I thought Fuentes was maybe having a chance to get it. Now somebody got on it for the Coyotes. It is going to be about a 6-yard loss.
It is.
And then it's going to go to Fuentes. And it will bring up a tough 2nd and 16 here.
Yeah, you have Hector Aguirre and Adrian Barraza on the right side of that line right there. And 2nd and about 16, as you referenced. Here comes Fuentes in pistol formation. Oh, and there's a fake toss. Fuentes is going to go, and he has a man open, and that's going to be another first down for the Roswell Coyotes. He went to about the 2nd, maybe 3rd level, and I'll get you a number here in just a moment.
And it's Malachi Mitchell.
Okay.
And so they go from the 22 on 2nd and 16 all the way out to the 44, so a 22-yard completion.
So 3 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 0-0 still the score here in Roswell. 1st and 10 from the 44 left hash, as I mentioned. Here comes the Roswell Coyotes, and Bryce Sanchez with some running room, and he will have about 11, 12 yards. And another Coyote first down.
Yeah, just moving bodies up front. I mean, just road grading in front of him, and he didn't make a move. He didn't stutter step. He went straight north and south, and 12 yards down the field, another first down.
All right, now. Left hash once again is Fuentes as he's working. Will he hand it off once again? He does.
Godoy with his first carry is going to go for maybe 1. We'll give him 1.
Yeah, I think so. Giovanni Apodaca entering the ball game here. Let's see. There's going to be a few Coyotes coming out in 2nd down formation here.
Yeah, they're just so deep. They have so many skill players that,
right.
You know, and then he's throwing Palomino in the mix, whose only offensive position listed as quarterback.
Yeah,
so
sure.
That shows his versatility.
Left hash once again. 2nd and 10 from the 44. Defensive-wise for Las Lunas, looks like a tight cover 3. There's going to be a toss to the right. And I believe that's going to be number 34. That is going to be Luis Godoy once again with the carry.
Give him 5 that time, and it's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Don't like the spot there.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the spot there. I didn't like it myself, but they're going to give him. They're going to say it's going to be a 3rd down and about.
Yeah, they're saying
6.
he only got 3.
Yeah,
he was well inside the 40. But it's all right. They'll pick this up.
Tight formation for the Coyotes now. Manny Fuentes getting some direction from Jeff Lynn, as Lynn and the Coyotes reading the defense, getting some direction there. We'll have motion. And there's going to be a timeout for the Roswell Coyotes.
I think go ahead.
Go ahead, Coach.
Well, I think what was going to happen there initially, I think Coach Lynn saw the spot on the field, and he was going to go up there and try and draw him off for a first down.
Okay.
But then when he saw that it was 6 yards,
okay,
that, maybe he decided to change the play and then didn't like what he changed to, maybe, who knows. But he uses his first time out of the ball game. So.
Okay, well, sounds good. Let's take a 30-second break.
Sure.
Okay, we'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSUPTV.com.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Welcome back to Coyote football. We're here at the Wool Bowl. 0-0 is the score. And what a game this has been. A minute 38 left here in the first quarter as the Roswell Coyotes took their first timeout. And now Manny Fuentes will be under center. Excuse me, he's back in shotgun. Has some running room. There's Fuentes at the 30. And we'll be out of bounds about the 22-yard line, so nice run. I didn't pick up Manny there till the very end with these windows here.
Yeah, just a great decision. You know, he went empty backfield and winds up picking up 18 on the keeper. And just good decision-making by Fuentes.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 22, and here comes the Coyotes in Manny Fuentes. He's going to hand it off to Bryce Sanchez. Sanchez on his feet. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Coyotes. Bryce Sanchez in for 6.
Yeah, just good blocking, and breaks a couple of tackles on his way in.
22-yard touchdown run.
22 yards. Gets him up to 49 already on just 5 carries, so that's about 9.8 average.
So 6-0 as the Roswell Coyotes strike first here in quarter 1. And let's see if Hayden Kennard can add to the lead of the Roswell Coyotes. Josh Estrada holding. And there's the kick, and that's going to be up. And the indication is no good, wide to the right. Coyotes do lead 6-0. We're going to take a break. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Welcome back to Coyote football as the Roswell Coyotes strike first on a 22-yard rush by Bryce Sanchez. PAT failed. 6-0 is the score. Coach McDonald, what are your thoughts, sir?
Well, first miss on an extra point by Kennard. He did have a botched snap last week. That doesn't really go as a miss for him. But you got to keep in mind, L.J. Macias not in the game. That's the normal holder. So that, not saying it was the fault of the backup holder, Josh Estrada, in any way. It's just, you talk about the relationship on the pitch. It's definitely a relationship, holder to kicker, long snapper to holder. So maybe a factor, maybe not. In any case, the Coyotes get on the board after marching down the field. And that was let's see, that drive started at the, can't remember, 30-yard line maybe?
That's correct.
So pretty decent drive. We have an update from Miami that's 14-0 Goddard. They're still in the first quarter.
All right, 6-0. If you just missed it, the Roswell Coyotes did strike first on a 22-yard touchdown rush by Bryce Sanchez.
I'll tell you what, maybe it's not the holder because Kennard just kicked it out of bounds. It didn't even get to the 15-yard line. So.
Well, that surprises me. I'm not real sure if there was something wrong there. I think he'll be okay. I just, sometimes it happens. We see it more often in the professional games now than I've ever seen it happen.
Right. He's, he runs that danger because he does try to pin him in the corner with the kickoff. I mean, that's kind of the normal kickoff for us, to try to pin him in one corner, send the cover team to that corner. And sometimes it just comes off your foot wrong, and that's going to give Los Lunas the ball at the 35. So see what this defense have got. So far, they've been dominant.
Sure. Absolutely. It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Los Lunas Tigers. And once again, as we mentioned, the quarterback is number 9, Demasio Canachero. And driving back to pass, he's going to have the ball picked off.
It's Wes again.
Wes Gallegos, and wow, he had a pick 6 last week and had another pick tonight. And he will be finally brought down about the 23-yard line.
I'll give him an 18-yard return on that, but consecutive picks for Wes Gallegos. And I'm sure his family's holding up the big head for him in the stands.
Well, what a job he has done defensively. You hit the nail right on the head, Coach. Coach Bolaños has really been focusing on this offense of the Los Lunas Tigers. You know, during class today, I went to make sure that everything was, you know, doing the walkthroughs and stuff, and he was really promoting his defense right now and just really studying and focusing.
But why not?
And why would you not?
The way they're playing, I mean, this is dominant against. Got to realize who we're playing. This is the number 4 team in the state.
Manny Fuentes. I'm sorry. That's number 12. That's Mitchell, Malachi Mitchell.
So that's on the end around, or the reverse, whatever you want to call it there. But a good gain on first down of 7 yards for Malachi Mitchell.
Okay, so it's going to be 2nd down and 3 from the 14. 60 seconds left here in quarter 1. Fuentes with a toss to the right, and Bryce Sanchez with some running room and finally brought down inside the 10-yard line. We'll bring up a 3rd down.
No, that's first down.
Oh, did they get the first there?
Yeah.
Okay, so another first down. So 4 opportunities now for the Coyotes to get in. I was looking over here at the side judge.
Yeah, I tell you what, Wesley bobbled that one, but made a great play on the football, managed to reel it in. I think if he doesn't bobble it, he scores.
There's Bryce Sanchez. Will be brought down about the 3-yard line, so about 5 yards with 30 seconds left in quarter 1.
Yeah, why not? Just give it to the bell cow, the way he's making people miss and running over people, the kind of holes that are being opened up by that offensive line. Keep pounding.
So maybe one play left here with about 10 seconds left, and Bryce Sanchez is going to be stopped. And I think that's going to end the quarter with the Roswell Coyotes. They're going to go ahead and let the clock expire. So Roswell Coyotes at the end of 1 lead 6-0. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. You are listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Roll into Big O for big savings on oil changes and tires. From now until September 17th, get a $24.95 synthetic blend or $44.95 full synthetic oil change. Plus, get a $70 rebate on select Michelin brand tires and an additional $70 rebate on installation of select sets of 4 Michelin tires. Roll into Roswell Big O Tires today. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. Includes up to 4 quarts oil. Void where prohibited. See rebate form for terms and conditions. Additional retailer offer advertised within is independent from the manufacturer's offer.
At the end of the first quarter, the Roswell Coyotes do lead 6-0 on a 22-yard rush by Bryce Sanchez, and the PAT failed. And I tell you what a great game this has been here in this first quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Coyotes looking to go up 2 scores here, 2 touchdowns. And I think Coach Lynn would just try the kick again. I think he'd be more concerned about getting the kicking game back right than he would be about taking the 14 as opposed to 13-point lead. But first, they got to get in the end zone. And I'm wondering if they're going to call the old snake eyes here and just let Manny try to push through it. Los Lunas is big. You know, they're big like Hobbs was big, so we'll just have to see. It looks like he's going to not get under center, though.
Let's see what happens here. It's going to be 3rd down and 3, so the Coyotes are inside the 5-yard line. There's motion, and Fuentes has a man open, and it's going to be incomplete. Great defense by number 5. That's Ernie Gonzalez for Los Lunas.
Yeah, and he didn't really have a man open. If the defender's not there, it's an easy touchdown to Mitchell, but hit the defender right in the back.
Yeah.
You know, he just was sprinting back to the offensive player there.
Yeah, just play action there, and just kind of a little bit more of a lob would have been just great.
So 4th down here. Just big down.
4th and 3. Fuentes under center. We'll give it to Bryce Sanchez, and Sanchez is in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Coyotes. Jeff Lynn is going to go for 1, he says. Let's see what happens here. So that's going to be the 2nd touchdown for number 22, Bryce Sanchez.
And that was a three-yard out. 3-yard touchdown. To me, that one's more impressive than the 22-yard touchdown that he had earlier, just because there was nothing there.
I agree.
You know, he was patient. He waited for something to open up where he thought he could get through somebody, and literally through somebody. And he just took a defender with him and forced his way into the end zone.
Okay, so that the blocked,
yeah.
Something's not gelling there on the PATs there, so the PAT failed once again, but the Roswell Coyotes do lead 12-0 here in the second quarter. We'll be right back. We're going to take a break. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and KSVP TV 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sorry.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Difficult when you're riding everything and stuff, right? All right, welcome back to Roswell High School Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Coyotes lead 12-0. And on a second touchdown by Bryce Sanchez from 3 yards out. And the second PAT failed, Coach.
Yeah, there's, like you said, there's something not quite right with that kicking game, and hopefully they can get it squared away. I think as more things go wrong with it, though, as long as we have the lead like this, you know, I think they'll continue with the kicking game and not and try to get that worked out. I don't think the injury to L.J. Macias is anything that's going to be multiple weeks, but, you know, this is a good time to work on that kind of stuff with a potential backup. Got one score, Clovis over Carlsbad in the second quarter, 7-0.
All right, there's the kick. The starburst.
Yeah, the starburst worked that time.
You know, I don't know how many schools these days actually get into the starburst. I don't see them as much as I used to.
Well, and we haven't tried it, to my knowledge, this year yet, so I don't know if we're just not running it anymore or if we just haven't had the opportunities.
All right, it's going to be first down and 10 from the 34-yard line, right hash.
Luis Godoy in on the special teams tackle.
And I'm kind of looking at WeatherBug right here, seeing if there's any precipitation in the forecast. 97 feels like 92 here. No wind at all, not even a breeze. Okay, the quarterback is Kenan Shiro.
And that's a delay game, so that will be first and 15. So another opportunity to get this Tiger defense off the field in a hurry. They've already had a turnover on downs. They've had also the interceptions, already 2 turnovers for this Coyote defense. And an opportunity to get off the field again.
Yeah, first and 15, 12-0. If you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, Coyotes do lead. 11:37 left in the first half. Kenan Shiro, the quarterback, will hand it off to Emi De La Torre.
Yeah, that's a real good run on first down. Try to get the tackler for you. It looks like it's going to be Vernon Molinar. Finally gets him down, but not before he gains, about 12. So really, that's about the best offensive play that Los Lunas has had tonight.
2nd and 3 from the 41. We call it middle part of the field. Kenan Shiro hand it off once again, and the Los Lunas Tigers will get the first down. So right now, with 2 missed PATs, Coach McDonald, could that be a possibility of some damage in the near future?
Well, you know, you never want to have potential points off the board like that, and that's usually been easy money for us in the first 3 games this year and previous years for Peyton Kennard. So they need to get it squared away, but until the game gets closer, it, you know, probably, I mean, the potential is there for it to have an impact, but not yet.
Okay, Kenan Shiro hands it off once again. And that young man right there Number 23, Emmy De La Torre, the junior running back, is doing a great job for the Tigers. Really been effective in this ballgame.
He has, and they don't like to pitch it or spread it out outside, and that's probably a good idea against us because, our strength of our defense, one of the many, is the speed. So they try to run between the tackles and overpower you, and it's worked on this drive.
Five-man front for the Roswell Coyotes defensively, and here comes Canachero once again, going to take it himself. He pulls it back and is not going to go anywhere, but there's going to be a flag on the play, and this time they might get Keegan Nichols, maybe for, I don't want to say unsportsmanlike, but it might be. He stayed right on top of him, and
no, they called a hold.
They called a hold.
So that will go against Los Lunas. So that play didn't happen.
Wow. Okay.
Unless he just pointed the wrong way, but no, they're walking back that direction too. So that's going to be a hold. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13. So that's a tough one, a real tough one for Los Lunas as they were driving. And now Gage Gladue is in the game at defensive tackle, or defensive end, sorry.
Okay, 2nd and about, we'll call it about 13 from about the 43-yard line. Amicio Canachero, the quarterback. And this time he's going to hand it off to Fabian Trujillo.
Yeah, really should have had him in the backfield there. That's a good bit of running. It was Keegan Nichols who eventually made the tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. But definitely go for it. Part of the field, especially short down in distance if they don't get it. So Coyotes have defenses. At first, they've really been tested at all in this game. We'll see how they respond.
So 3rd and 4 from the 48-yard line. Let's see what Canachero has up his sleeve here. Rolling out, in trouble is Canachero. And we'll have somebody open, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yep, that's a good job by Wes Gallegos. I think he got in there and got a hand in it because he appeared to make the catch. But I think Wes, well, it wasn't Wes, it was Connor Nichols who got in there. They both have a 4 at the end of the 2nd digit there. So it was Connor Nichols who punched that ball out. It's going to bring up 4th down and decision time.
Yeah, 4th and 4 from the 48. Let's see if the Los Lunas Tigers and head coach Greg Hennington will see if they're going to try a long count or a hard count to see if they can draw the Roswell Coyotes offsides. 4th and 4. 12-0 is a score in favor of the Coyotes with 8:57 remaining.
Yeah, this won't be a hard count from that offensive formation.
And there's going to be a timeout. We're going to take one, too. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Welcome back to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Punt formation for the Los Lunas Tigers. And there's going to be a pretty nice punt. Zach Carrasco fumbles and regains control and will be brought down about the 12-yard line of the Los Lunas Tigers.
Yeah, missed opportunity there because I had a chance for a run back there, but he couldn't handle the punt initially. It's going to put the Coyotes deep in their own territory. It looks like it's going to be about the 11. Where are they going to put the ball? 11-yard line. So 91 yards to go for the Coyotes as they try to add to this lead.
So 1st and 10. Stepped on that there. That was something. Get tired of sitting here, but that's okay. Manny Fuentes, speed option. brought down about the 17, 18-yard line is Bryce Sanchez.
Yeah, solid first down run there by Bryce. He just let the play develop in front of him and hit whatever hole he could find or whatever defender he could find in that situation. But 7 yards on first down when you're that deep in your own territory is exactly what you want.
That shadow right here on the windows kind of getting me there, but it's second and third from the 18, right? Okay, pistol formation. Going to hand it off again to Sanchez. Let's see where the officials are going to spot the ball.
Yeah, they're going to give him about 1.5. I think we'll give him 1. But it brings up a third and short. And this is not go for it territory. They would punt this if they don't get it, an incompletion or a run that's short of the sticks. This is going to be the snake eyes that push.
Well, that's going to get it right there. First down for the Roswell Coyotes.
3 yards from Manny Fuentes, and that's prudent. I like it.
12-0 is the score. 7:40 left in the first half.
Yeah, they get a solid 3 on that quarterback sneak, as that's sometimes referred to.
Reverse, and that one's going to be handed off to number 34, I believe.
Yeah, that's Godoy.
Godoy again.
And they're going to get about 4 yards on that one. A little misdirection. And, usually they're going no huddle, and they're kind of half huddling here. That huddle close to the line of scrimmage, but they're in no hurry right now, because if they can burn up most of this clock here in the first half, take a 2 or 3 score lead in at halftime, that's
big.
Yeah, we'll take that all day.
Second and 8 from the 30, 12-0 in favor of the Coyotes. Fuentes in pistol formation once again. Handed off to Sanchez.
Yeah, hard sledding there, no gain. But again, keeps the clock running. It does bring up third and long, however. Third and about 7, not that long, but they're going to say 3rd and 8. I'm not sure why the clock's not running.
Yeah,
there it goes.
There it is now. It's under 7 minutes now. And it's going to be empty formation.
Yeah, your favorite.
My favorite. Here comes Fuentes. Dropping back to pass. Going to take a shot. And it's going to be incomplete. It looks like that was Estrada there.
Yeah, first time they went Josh's way, but good coverage there by Los Lunas. And here comes Carrasco to punt. So this is second time that we've lined up in punt formation. It will be first actual punt of the game, as they went for the fake last time that was 2 yards short. So turned it over on downs. His defense eager to get back on the field. And Los Lunas, this Los Lunas defense got to be a little bit gassed right now. They've been on the field a whole lot in this first half, so they're going to be happy to get off the field as well.
I just love where the Roswell Coyotes have the Los Lunas Tigers. Man, this is another. Zion had a little trouble on that one as well too. So, but a good punt.
Yeah, it winds up being a good punt.
And you can see Zion right now. He's, I know this young man. He's such a competitor. And look at him. He's upset with himself. Hey, get over it. Get ready to rock and roll. Play some defense, and you'll be just fine, son. Here we go.
On a 42-yard punt with no return. I mean, part of that's on the bounce, and a good job just to get it away.
Yeah, of course.
After he kind of muffed the snap. The snap was perfect. It's just kind of like on the punt receive. He's just got a little butterfingers tonight. Switch his gloves up or something.
And put that stickum on.
Well, that's dating yourself.
It is. Cover 3 situation for the Coyotes. First and 10 from the 34 is Los Lunas. And Canachero will hand it off once again to Emi De La Torre.
Yeah, get about 3 there as he runs. Oh, and he is that De La Torre that's limping badly, or a lineman? It's a lineman.
Yeah, it's a lineman. Number 55. That looks like number 55. Kind of limping off the field. He looks like he's okay. That's Marcus Granger, the junior.
Well, and I was talking to Coach Bolaños before the game, and they rotate a lot of offensive linemen. So that's, you never want an injury at any position, but they're considered deep at that position, I guess you would say. Got any updates?
No, I don't have any updates. I'm just trying to...
As they attend to the player there. We'll take a little peek in at the game from Gallup.
Okay.
And looks like, get it to live here, and we'll see what the score is. And looks like it's now 21-0. We're in the second quarter. So Goddard with the 3-touchdown lead on the road. And we're finally back to action here. Hope that player's okay.
Yep, 2nd and 7 now. And that's going to be handed off again to Delatore. Nice run, but it'll be a gain of about 3, Coach.
Yeah, and a nice hit there by number 53, and that is Nate Herrera. With the tackle, big hit, and the wrap-up, just exactly how you're supposed to do it. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4 as we get inside 6 minutes. Now 5:44 to play. Coyotes lead 12-0. For those of you listening on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Got to get these windows cleaned up. I wish we could actually open these up a little bit more. There it is. A lot better.
Big down here for this defense.
Kenan Shero.
Well, they go with the run, and I like the play call, and it's going to work for them. First down.
Emi Delatore.
And that was Wes Gallegos on the tackle from his cornerback position, but not before the first down yardage. And I'll tell you what, they want to pass. They really want to pass, but they've been most effective on the run today. So, we've got to make that adjustment. It's almost for sure going between those tackles. So we'll see what kind of adjustment this defense can make.
Well, I wish this was open a little bit right here, too. Get some air circulating.
It won't stay up.
No, not this one. We have to try to get that fixed. Nonetheless, it is 12-0 in favor of the Coyotes with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. And there's going to be a quick pass into the flat area. And,
short gain.
About 3 or 4.
And trying to get, looks like Vernon Molinar right there with him. These linebackers are going to have to cover receivers against a team like this. And, we've definitely got the speed to do it. You'll see all 3 linebackers are actually capable of covering a receiver. Obviously, the safeties as well. You will see Eli Lamb drop back into coverage occasionally. Ooh, big hit.
That's a big hit. Numerous Coyotes, but I'm not sure who got the initial hit.
I think it's Molinar again, but I'm waiting for him to turn so I can see his number. Nope, that one was Nate Herrera. So Herrera, backup linebacker, but in the rotation.
Okay. Kaneshiro. The strong arm quarterback is going to try to go up the middle. He does and completes the pass to Ethan Olguin.
Got taken down by Moriel, but another first down for Los Lunas. So Los Lunas desperate to get on the board here as we approach halftime. 3:28 remains. Coyotes up 12-0. And this defense, Coach, can't say enough about him.
Well, you're exactly right. I love what Coach Bolaños is doing. Started out with the 3-man front, went to a 4-man front, went to a bear formation, and then now it's just here it is, Delatore once again, and that's a great pursue angle right there, and Molinar once again.
Yeah, Molinar's flying around the field right now, but the running game is working. That's an excellent first down play for Los Lunas. You get 6 yards every time. Obviously, you're going to have success. Looks like Jacob Cedillo is going to come into the game. He will play defensive end, so going for a little more speed there as they're hitting it up the middle, but then bouncing it out past the line of scrimmage, and they're going to stay with it. And why not? It's working.
Well, it sure is. And he's still on his feet and finally brought down. It will be a first down.
Yeah, Aiden, no, it wasn't Rutley. Let's see who that was. Palomino? Couldn't tell.
Okay, have an update. Artesia 25, Deming 14.
Competitive game.
Well, see what happens. And then, of course, Goddard 21 and Miramaya 0, and that's in the second quarter. And here at the Wool Bowl, it's 12-0 in favor of the Coyotes, and De La Torre will go nowhere, and it's actually going to be a loss.
Yeah, it says not this time.
That's going to be number 5.
Well, that's Nathan Herrera, and I guess they're not pleased with the linebacker play because they don't usually rotate that much with the linebackers, and some backups getting a chance here as Nate Herrera makes the tackle. Now they'll go to the air.
Well, that's exactly what we figured. And, oh, wow, guess what happens there? It's going to be an incomplete pass, but it looked like Fabian Trujillo just kind of stopped.
Yeah, that looked a little bit strange. There certainly wasn't any contact there. It was good coverage. He was right with the receiver, but he did get a little hitch there, and so it winds up being way overthrown as Kaneshiro kind of threw it where he expected him to be, you know. And that'll bring up 3rd and long. Yeah, this is that weird part of the field, you know. Regardless of the down or distance, it's hard to punt from here.
Well,
it's hard to kick from here.
You're exactly right. I don't know. Didn't do too much studying as far as their PAT and field goal unit. I didn't see too much on film. Did you?
No.
Okay.
Just kind of.
Kaneshiro in trouble, and he is going to be sacked for a major loss.
Jacob Palomino. No, it's Rutley.
That's Rutley. And you had Casada there, it looked like as well, but Rutley put the wood on Kaneshiro.
Big sack, and that takes him out of any kind of go for it or field goal situation. And
now,
Kaneshiro just had no idea that Rutley was coming. He's lucky to hold on to the football. And really, if you go in there with the big paw, you might knock that ball out.
Well, that's a good
great
point.
Job by Rutley.
Good point.
And now, let's see who's back. It is going to be Zai again, so let's see if he put the stick-em on.
Well, it looks like
now they're going to say nobody back?
Well, right now they're in halves with the secondary. Let's see what happens here.
It's because of the spread.
Yeah, so you have...
And is it delay? It's a delay.
Spread offense, so they're going to move it back even more.
You know, I'm not sure about this. So now they're going to bring...
That's going to be Matt Castillo. Back about the 15-yard line.
Which is fine. You know, he's done an excellent job returning kicks this year. You know, it's kind of a you know, embarrassment of riches in that.
Oh, wow.
That was partially blocked.
And they're going to say that's a penalty.
But he got the ball.
Well, if his hand tipped it, and there's no instant replay here in high school football, but they're going to say it's a personal foul, roughing the kicker.
Well, but I'll tell you what, it's not a first down. Well, a personal foul would be a first down.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure I agree with that call.
I thought if you got a piece of the ball, that has there been a signal, an indication by the
personal foul, roughing the kicker.
And it's an automatic first down.
That is correct. So now the Los Lunas Tigers will take over about the 36-yard line. Now the defensive unit for the Coyotes will come onto the field.
Boy, that's
big.
That's a huge penalty.
Well, you have 40 seconds left in the first half. Coyotes do lead 12-0.
Yeah, the only good news is that there's only 40 seconds left. So now they've got a chance to get on the board again. They're only 36 yards out now. Boy, I'd like to get some clarification on that. And that is overthrown. And we'll see if they back him up here. It looks like it's going to be a penalty on the offense. It is holding. We'll see if they back him up.
Okay.
I think the downs are less important. I think he'll take that penalty. We'll see. I think you're only going to get about 3 plays anyway. So you might as well take the yardage, get them back to the 46, and bring up 1st and 20. And now some discussion from the officiating crew. Second 20. Well, no, they just haven't changed it. 1st and 20 from the 46.
Okay, so the strong arm quarterback is going to just have a little slip screen. That's going to be incomplete. Not a fumble. It's a forward pass.
Right, even though it's behind the line of scrimmage. It's
So 25 seconds left in the first half. Now, one thing about Kaneshiro, he can throw that ball 50-plus yards.
Oh, yeah. No, he can throw it at, into or near the end zone, even from here, even dropping back. So you've got to be wary of that. You got to just play it just like you normally would. You can't let those receivers get behind you. You got to stay home. You got to manage your assignment. You can't be taking chances out there, because an interception, unless it's pick 6, it doesn't really get you anything anyway.
Right.
So you just have to
just knock it down.
Right. Be aware and stay. You can't bite on anything. Keep your man in front of you.
Well, I think nonetheless, if the Coyotes can get out of this quarter with a 12-0 lead, I think there's some success there, especially against this team. Well, so now there's going to be another penalty.
And that's unsportsmanlike. So instead of 2nd and 20.
Now it's going to be 1st and about 5, maybe 6.
Well, shouldn't that be 1st and 10?
Well, you would think it would be, but according to the marker, they're saying it's 1st and 5. And now there's going to be a pass up the middle, and there's going to be a flag on the play. The pass has been completed to Ethan Olguin, and now
it's coming back, though.
It's going to be a holding call on Las Lunas, so that's coming back.
And that is all due to Noah Lynn rushing the passer, and really just 3 players rushing the passer, so he's double teamed. So he beats the double team. They have to hold him, and it negates a big gain. So credit that one to the big junior, really the biggest kid on the team, height and weight. So now just 19 seconds remain. So I think Las Lunas has timeout, so you can still use the middle of the field. Nope. And it is just 2nd down. No, it'll be 1st down again. So downs probably aren't an issue. 1st down's not an issue. Just got to stop them for however many plays we have left.
So we are senior night. The clock continues to run now with 13 seconds left. Kaneshiro rolls out to the left side. He's going to take a shot. No, he's going to try the flat area, and it's going to be a complete pass. No, it's going to be incomplete?
Yeah, incomplete.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, if that might have been a really intelligent play by that receiver, you really want to drop that ball, because it's not going anywhere. And all that's going to happen is the clock's going to run. So you want to drop that ball.
So it is senior night here, just for the listeners out there on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. At 6 o'clock this evening, the 36 seniors were announced prior to the game, and now at halftime, they're going to be announcing the cheerleaders, the dance team for senior night as well, and the band members. So it's going to be extended time. There's going to be the shots, and that's going to be incomplete with 0.7 seconds left. So we were actually going to have a special guest, but they couldn't come up here. So what we're going to do after this is Coach McDonald will take over at halftime for just a moment, talk about his stats, and kind of go over some of the history of the Roswell Coyotes and the Las Lunas Tigers. And then if time permits, it's my understanding the band will perform. And so what we'll do this time around, we'll just let the band kind of play its course, and then we'll come back after the fact. So once again, it is going to be a 20-minute halftime show as the seniors will be introduced, the band members along with the cheerleaders and the dance team. Prior to the game, the football team did do their senior announcing as well. Kaneshiro, quick pass, and that's going to be another 1st down, but the time will expire, and that will end the first half. So the Roswell Coyotes will go into halftime with a 12-0 lead we're going to take a 30-second timeout, and I'm going to turn this over to you, Coach McDonald, and then I will resume here at third quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and Roswell High School football. We'll be right back.
If a sports injury is keeping you from the physical activities you love, the sports medicine team at Artesia General Hospital can help. Their orthopedic specialists and physical therapists work closely with you throughout diagnosis and treatment. No matter the injury, from ACL injuries, golfers and tennis elbow to foot and ankle pain, they'll get you back in the game. Appointments are available in Artesia or Carlsbad. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/sports. If a sports injury is keeping you from the physical activities you love, the sports medicine team at Artesia General Hospital can help. Their orthopedic specialists and physical therapists work closely with you throughout diagnosis and treatment. No matter the injury, from ACL injuries, golfers and tennis elbow to foot and ankle pain, they'll get you back in the game. Appointments are available in Artesia or Carlsbad. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/sports.
To offer potential students the opportunity to attend ENMU tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. And now we're proud to announce the newly created Freshman Housing Room Grant, which will allow students the opportunity to receive up to $3,000 per year off their housing costs when living on the ENMU campus. For more information on how ENMU is making higher education more affordable to you and your family members, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Dion's is proud to be a part of the Roswell community and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by Dion's in their beautiful restaurant at 1350 South Main Street in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town. Or visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or for a super fast pickup. That's Dion's.com to see the full menu and order ahead. Thanks, Roswell, for letting Dion's celebrate the community they love. Dion's, where great food and good people meet.
Most of the problems that people have with plants comes down to basic farm management. That means knowing what to plant and when to plant it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Planting at the wrong time usually leads to disappointment and heartache, sort of like your first love. But planting at the right moment puts Mother Nature on your side, and that makes growing things easier and a whole lot more fun. So before you plant anything, come to see us at Roswell Seed, or just give it a try and hope for the best. It gives me a chance to say, I told you so.
Hey, CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. And everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us. Start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com. All right, welcome back to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. We're going to have a little quick change of plans. So the guest of honor tonight is Mr. Brick Cooper, the Roswell Independent School District Athletic Director this evening. Not only is a former coach, old friend of mine, coach of mine, and I tell you what, is also an administrator for the district. Coach Brick Cooper. Coach, how are you doing this evening, sir?
We're doing good. It's been a good year so far for RISD.
It really has, and just first and foremost, we appreciate everything that you and your staff has done for the Roswell Independent School District, and just kind of looking at the facilities here at the Wool Bowl. Tell you what are your thoughts on this? It's pretty. Really been in good shape thus far. I see the new track, and everybody's just taking care of it right now. What are your thoughts on that, Coach?
Yeah, we're proud of the improvements we're making. We got the concrete work laid in this past winter, and that's really, with the help of Mr. Luck, we got that done, and it's really improving the facility, and we've got some future plans that hopefully will come to fruition, and we just want to keep improving it to be something that Roswell can be proud of.
Is there anything specific that you have in plan for this school year, the 23-24 school year, if not necessarily football, but anything in general, sir?
Yeah, we're working on, possibly looking at start putting a solid fence around. We're just kind of checking everything out right now and seeing, but that's one of our goals is we just like to, make the facility look nicer and have a little more, aesthetics to it. So. Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I was going to ask you, Coach, and today at school we've had a lot of people ask about the athletic tickets. With whether it's student or adult based. How much are the tickets, sir, student wise, and then the adult? Yeah, and where do they get them at? Well, we've got in our office. We can do that, or at the schools for the students. But they're $20 for a season pass for the kids, which is a great price because the normal price is $5 per game, so they can pay that off in 4 games real quick. With the adults, it's $70 for an all RISD pass for everything, or they could get a $40 pass for each high school where they only attend their events there at the high school, and also a $40 one for the middle schools. So it's a real good way to save some money and get to see all the games.
And Coach, would you explain just for the listeners out there those activity trip? As many things that we signed, those activity tickets. Can you explain to the public that does not include playoff games?
Right. Yeah. Any tournaments, the playoffs, state playoffs, of course, that money goes in MAA, and with our invitational tournaments and all that, to pay for the officials and the awards and everything. So that it doesn't cover it in with the tournament prices. So.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely a bargain. So once again, the student passes are $20. Right. And the adult passes are.
They're $70 for the all school pass and $40 per school are for the middle schools.
Or for the middle schools. Okay. Right. Well, sounds good, Coach Cooper. I know you're a busy man. I know you want to get back downstairs and do your due diligence there. Anything you want to say in closing, sir?
No, we just appreciate y'all doing this, and of course, I appreciate what you do. Everyone, if they don't know, you're the assistant principal and athletic coordinator at Roswell High, and of course, Leslie Tivis does the same for us over at Goddard. So, with Mika Trujillo helping as my assistant, between all of us, we get a lot done, I think.
Yeah, it definitely takes a team to make this happen. So once again, sir, I appreciate you coming out, saying a few words, and enjoy the rest of the game.
All right. Thanks, Art.
Yes, sir. So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 12-0 here at the Wobo. It is senior night, and the band will do some performing here. I think we're going to take a 30-second timeout, and then we'll talk a little stats. Okay? We'll be right back.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their Tunnel Wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state. It's the flagship, and their academic programs are among the best in the nation.
The University of New Mexico? Can I still apply?
Of course. UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now, and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Southwest Printers is a third-generation printing company. From letterheads to business cards and all types of invitations, books, and magazines. Our dedicated staff care about your project and work to get it right the first time, every time. Southwest Printers' design team makes your art stand out above the rest. Our printing team will handle your project like it's the only one in the shop. Let us print your signs, banners, window lettering, event tickets, invitations, and much, much more. Remember, Southwest Printers. If you can think it, we can print it.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Check it out. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Welcome back to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. The Roswell Coyotes lead 12-0. We're here at halftime, and we just finished with our special guest, Brett Cooper, but I know Coach McDonald has some updates and some statistics.
Yeah, we'll start with a quick update from Clovis. Clovis right now at the half upsetting Carlsbad 21-3, so that's two future opponents for the Coyotes. That's an interesting halftime score. We're going to go to stats now, start with the special teams. We have 2 failed points after touchdown. One was no good, the other was blocked. So Kennard 0 for 2 in this game. Zach Carrasco with 1 punt of 42 yards, 2 punt returns in the game from Matt Castillo for a total of 2 yards. Defensively, Coyotes led once again by Keegan Nichols. He had 4 tackles and an interception in the first half. Jerm Morial had 2 tackles, Vernon Molinar 3, Aiden Rutley 2, including a sack. Nate Herrera with 3 off the bench, and then Avitia, Palomino, Godoy, and Herrera each with 1 tackle. Also had the second pick of the season from Wes Gallegos. He returned that one 18 yards, and we mentioned the other interception and the sack from Rutley. Offensively, it was all about running the ball for the Coyotes. They were only attempted 4 passes. Manny Fuentes 2 for 4 for just 26 yards. 1 catch from Malachi Mitchell for 22, 1 catch from Jacob Palomino for 4. Did have a long pass play negated by penalty. But it was a rush the football kind of first half for the Roswell Coyotes. Let me just add this up quickly. 20 rushes to go with those 4 pass attempts. So big disparity there. Malachi Mitchell 1 carry for 7 yards. Zach Carrasco 1 carry for 6, and that was on the fake punt. Manny Fuentes 3 carries for a total of 15. Luis Godoy 3 carries for a total of 10. And then the train was on the tracks in the first half. 12 carries, 71 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Bryce Sanchez. So he's on pace for a big day, especially with the 2 touchdown lead. And we'll see how the second half goes. Who's receiving?
So it's going to be Roswell. So Roswell won the toss. They had deferred to the second half. So they kicked off during the first quarter, and they will receive in the second half. So, Coach, hey, fantastic timing. Once again, the Roswell Coyotes lead 12-0 with 7:45, I beg your pardon, left until we resume play. It looks like the Roswell High Big Red Band will be performing. Enjoy. to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. 12-0 is the score. We're still here at halftime. Senior night for the Roswell Coyotes. And a great first half it's been. Coach McDonald, I know you have some updates from around the state, Coach.
I do have just a few. Interesting score in Clovis. It's halftime, and Clovis leads Carlsbad 21-3. Had another one. Cleveland all over Las Cruces in Rio Rancho, 42-6 still in the second quarter. Gadsden winning over Clint, Texas, 12-2. Let's see, try to get another score. Artesia still in the second quarter now, 32-14 in Deming. How about this one? Lovington 13, Hobbs 7 in the second quarter.
Wow.
And that's in Hobbs. So, interesting. Some other ones in progress we'll try to get to you as we get scores. Of course, we'll get you a score from Gallup as well momentarily.
You know, the crazy thing, that's only 19 points that the Hobbs Eagles, if that score's correct, only 19 points that the Hobbs Eagles have scored in 3 contests.
Yeah,
all season long. That's well, wow, you know, pretty good Hobbs team, but I'm telling you.
And speaking of that, speaking of scoring points and giving up points, this Roswell Coyote defense has only given up 30 points all season. That's through 3.5 games. No, that's single digits, and that's, you know, and 18 of those were in week 1. So I mean, they're really impressing me, even maybe more than I expected them to this season. I mean, they've just been tremendous, and you know, can only get better in my opinion, because you know they're rotating players. You look at this stat sheet on defense, and you got so many different people making tackles, so many people making big plays, and it's just, you know, it's amazing that this defense can take this team
a long way,
the distance this year. I mean, they're certainly capable.
You know, of course, you and I talked about this last week in Hobbs. You know, I really do feel that it's going to end up, and I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. You know, according to, you know, Max Preps and the coaches' polls, it looks like, as of right now, the Artesia Bulldogs and the Roswell Coyotes, it looks like that could end up being a potential state championship game here in the near future.
Well, and I couldn't agree with you anymore. I mean, you look at, first of all, the coaches' poll. The coaches' poll has 1 and 2, but you look at Max Preps, and the distance in Max Preps between number 2 Roswell and number 3 Goddard is 23.5 points. I mean, in their scoring system, with a similar strength of schedule, all 3 teams in the top of the similar strength of schedule. So, you know, it's just a 5-point difference between Artesia and Roswell in the Max Preps rankings, but over 20
between the second and third spot.
Between second and third, you know, Roswell at a plus 11.5 and Goddard at a negative 12. So, I mean, the analytics, the algorithm, they would agree with us.
Yep, absolutely.
The coaches, you know, if you look at the coaches poll, that's the other thing you can look at. Let me just look at that real quick, because I want to get the votes on that one, because that's something for us to look at. When you look at the way the coaches are voting, I want to make sure I get the most recent poll here, and it's this one.
Right.
So you look at that, you see Artesia, all 9 coaches that voted in the poll had Artesia 1, and all 9 coaches had
Roswell 2.
Roswell 2.
With 80 votes.
Yeah, with 80 votes, or 80 points.
80 points, right.
So, you know, and then you get a little bit of a drop. I mean, there's the coaches are pretty well a consensus that Goddard's number 3.
So about 11-point difference there.
11-point difference, but only 1 coach voted Goddard lower than 3 is what you can draw from that, because if they all voted in 3, they'd be at 70.
Right.
So, you know, that's our district right there. And, you know, it's
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4 in the coaches poll. Now, the Max Preps has Mayfield lower, but I'm telling you, we think the coaches know better early, and maybe Max with the algorithm knows better late, but they're both saying the same thing right now.
Yeah, it's going to be neat to see here in the near future. I can't believe at the conclusion of this game, we're going to be starting week 5 of high school football already.
Yep.
And talking about week 5, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the Carlsbad Cavemen at Carlsbad next week. And I'll tell you what, we're talking about Carlsbad. Carlsbad is ranked 10th
overall in the 6A classification and ranked 12th overall in the state of New Mexico.
Right, and so they're a tough team, but they are losing on the road to Clovis.
Well, look at that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and Clovis is way down there. I think Clovis is like in the overall poll. I don't think they're in the top 25.
Well, and I didn't get it overall in New Mexico. I didn't even get them at all. There were 16s in 6A.
16 and 6A. Well, they're 0-3.
They're 0-3, but they're beating the Carlsbad Cavemen right now, and that's going to be a heck of a contest next week as well. But nonetheless, we're just about 15 seconds before we start the third quarter here at the Wool Bowl. For you all that are just now tuning in to 106.5, the Roswell Coyotes currently lead 12-0. And I tell you what, it's been a great contest thus far. Bryce Sanchez has scored both touchdowns, one from 22 yards out and one from 3 yards out. But the PATs have failed.
PATs have failed, and I'm sure that was discussed and worked on at halftime to make that whatever adjustment needs to be made there. So,
yep,
I'm looking forward to this first drive on offense and see if they make any kind of switching around, maybe get a little more balanced attack with the passing game. But it's all going to start with the kickoff return, and they have Cy Carrasco back deep. They also have A.B. Toscano, and I believe that's Castillo back there.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Okay, here we go as we begin the third quarter. As number 24, Nathan Martinez, kicks off for Los Lunas. They're going to go into this starburst, and it looked like it worked for just a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 16-yard return, and I believe Castillo kept it. I think that was that whole thing was the fake starburst.
Yeah, it was a fake starburst, and Castillo finally was brought down about the 32-yard line. They're going to officially call it the 31, so the Coyotes will take over 1st and 10, left hash now, as Manny Fuentes will continue to be the quarterback here for the Roswell Coyotes. The Los Lunas Tigers will remain in a 3-man, 4-man. Okay, they're going to change it up where it's looks like a 5-man front for the Los Lunas Tigers from up here. There's going to be a toss, and here comes Bryce Sanchez as he has positive yardage. It looks like he'll gain about 6 yards, so it's going to be +6 for Bryce Sanchez. It's going to be 2nd and about 4 for the Roswell Coyotes. Coach, what would you be thinking right now? I mean, of course, we're up here. Coach Lynn, you and I have talked to him many times, but what are you telling your team at halftime? You're up 12-0 against Los Lunas, the number 4 team in the state of New Mexico. What are you telling them?
I think I'm telling them to keep doing what you're doing, because I see a very disciplined football team out there. Very few mistakes, a couple of mistakes on special teams and some penalties. But, there's very little to me, and here we're going deep.
And that's a great pass. And even a better catch.
They're going to say he caught it and then dropped it? They're going to discuss it. Did he have it long enough? If it's the NFL, that's no catch.
Well, the receiver was Jacob Palomino, and they're going to say it's incomplete.
Yeah, I think you have to hold on to it longer than that, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure the exact wording of the rule, but instead of the big catch from Palomino, it's going to be an incompletion. Just a tremendous effort, though. I mean, to go up high in the air with the defender right on you like that and to make the catch initially, but as he went to the ground, it popped out. So I think that's the right call.
I was real curious about something as well, too. You and I have not received very many text messages tonight, not even from Maine.
Not even from Bangor, Maine.
So I think she's actually here in New Mexico. So I'm sure we'll get some here in a moment. So here we go, 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Coach Lynn's going to have to take time out.
Well, I guess we will, too. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. You're listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Most of the problems that people have with plants comes down to basic farm management. That means knowing what to plant and when to plant it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Planting at the wrong time usually leads to disappointment and heartache, sort of like your first love. But planting at the right moment puts Mother Nature on your side, and that makes growing things easier and a whole lot more fun. So before you plant anything, come to see us at Roswell Seed, or just give it a try and hope for the best. It gives me a chance to say, I told you so.
12-0 is the score as the Roswell Coyotes lead here
in the third quarter with 11:04 remaining. The Roswell Coyotes did take their first timeout of the second half here.
Yeah, that's not one that Coach Lynn wanted to take there. Something was not where he wanted it. And I don't know if it has to do with the previous play, having to come back and kind of reset or what, but I promise you he didn't want to use a timeout right there.
Here comes Fuentes again, rolling out to the right side. He has somebody open, decides to take somebody out himself. But he had, once again, number 10. Looks like Palomino was open.
Yeah, there was a little window to throw in there. You don't know if he was maybe looking at somebody else. But it is going to be a first down for Fuentes as he picks up about 7 on that.
Well, I like the fact that, yes, could have Manny thrown that down the field? Absolutely. But right now, I think he was just trying to focus to get the first down, to regroup here.
Yeah, if that's 1st and 10, I think I want him to try and hit that. But I like the decision there. He saw he could get the first down and got it.
You got 2 men to the top of your screen. That's going to be handed off to, no, it's going to be a fake, and Fuentes is going to take it himself. He's about mid-field, and finally going to step out of bounds about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, 14 yards for Manny there, and just a well-executed misdirection play. As everybody went with Bryce Sanchez on the fake handoff. And Manny just rolled out kind of naked boot, but just
that's exactly right.
But just a running play for sure.
Well, he's so effective, not only just passing but running as well, and that's what makes him so effective here. Let's see here. Now it's going to be 1st and 10. It's going to be handed off this time to Bryce Sanchez. Sanchez with a great gain. You want to give him 6 or 7 on that?
Well, now they're spotting him back farther. I think we better say 5.
Say 4 or 5 now. Okay, so they're going to call it 2nd and about 6.
And I'll tell you what, this drive is going well right now because it's taking up time on the clock. You know, keeping their defense on the field. And if you can punch it in here, go up 3 scores, you know, and get half the third quarter over with, you put yourself in great position.
4-man front for the Tigers. Fuentes back in pistol formation. You got twins to the top of your screen. There's going to be the toss to Sanchez, and a good hard run. Let's see the spot of the ball.
It's going to be close.
I think he might be short maybe by 1, but let's see what.
Yeah, I don't like
the spot, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. Our officials once again tonight are from various places. Leonard Velasco from Hondo, Brian Randall from Escalero, Billy Page from Redoso Downs, and then Lawrence Velasquez from Hondo, and then Carl DePue from Artesia, New Mexico are the officiating crew here for tonight. There's some motion after the Coyotes, and it's going to be handed off to Bryce Sanchez. Sanchez should have the first down, but it's going to be real close.
Right at it. I don't think depends on who's going to spot the ball. If this side judge is spotting the ball, it's no. And it is no.
Wow. They're going to call it 3rd down and 1.
4th down, isn't it?
Excuse me. It's going to be 4th down and 1. So let's see if Fuentes just calls his own number here. And he does, and he will have the first down.
Yeah, and I like the quick. I like going quick there. I mean, it's almost guaranteed.
Of course. You know, I just want to compliment our Charlie's Angels and our cheer team. They're really doing a great job down there right now, and
and the student section. You know, it's not huge, but it's lively, we'll say.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are standing, they are into it, and having a good time here. As
there's an injury on the field, so let's take a break. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds. You are listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Hey, Freddie Sosa here.
How's everybody doing today? Great! All right, guys, for the month of August, both the Chevy and the Dodge store had really great months. It's good to see both stores picking up quite a bit of traction. Now, my big question is, who's going to have the better September?
Dodge boys. Man, y'all know this Chevy side is the best side.
Mopar, baby. Duramax Diesel. Grand Wagoneer. Man, we got the Yukon Denali.
Hey, you got me, boss. All right, guys, I love the competitive spirit. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to bring all the vehicles over from the Dodge store and put over 200 vehicles in one spot. And we're going to see who the best dealership is. So, all right, guys, what do you guys think about that?
1st and 10, and as you said, inside of 9 minutes now. They'd like to keep that clock running. It will go when the officiating crew is ready, and there it goes.
There it goes. Well, not yet.
Should be. He's winding.
And there's the clock now. And there's going to be a
little reverse action.
Nice reverse.
So Malachi Mitchell with 2 carries, his first 2 carries of the season. And they've both been pretty good. 7 on the first one, 8 on that one. So a real nice first down run. And you know, I think you just keep running.
Well, they're calling it, it's not a first down, so we're going to say it's short.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 2 from the 23.
Only about 8, but.
So Fuentes back in pistol formation.
See what Bryce can do here.
And there's Bryce, good hard run, and brought down finally about the 16-yard line. Don't think I want to get in the way of Bryce Sanchez.
No, and Bryce is on pace to have his most carries of any game so far this season. He's already up to 17 carries, 91 yards, 2 scores. And I don't know why you don't just keep feeding him the ball here and let the clock run. You know, because a touchdown here after you waste half the quarter, like I said earlier, that's going to be pretty disheartening for.
Well, and there you go. They're just going to continue feeding Bryce, and I'm not sure.
3 more?
Yeah, we'll call it about 3. So it's going to bring up about a 2nd and 7 from about the. I'm going to call it about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, they're just going to.
As we're doing our little scouting report up here.
And normally, you know, in a different game situation, the Coyotes would be almost in hurry up. You know, no huddle, get to the line quick. You know, try to keep the defense on their heels. But right now, looking to make it a 3-score lead, you know, they're in no hurry.
12-0 is a score, 7:15 left in the 3rd quarter. There's a quick pass to number 12, Malachi Mitchell. Touchdown, Coyotes. 18-0 now. There's a score, so you had Manny Fuentes to number 12, Malachi Mitchell, for another score.
Yeah, and what a beautifully executed play. I mean, we're talking, you and I are talking up here about just keep pounding and keep pounding.
Yep.
They line up in a keep pounding it formation.
And then you pop it.
And then you pop it. You fake the ball to Bryce, who's been running all over the defense. And you get a wide open Malachi Mitchell for the touchdown. Now let's see if we can get an extra point. Oh,
they're going to go for 2. So you gave Manny credit for how much?
15.
15-yard pass is what I have. All right, then the 2-point conversion is going to be good, and that's going to be who else? Bryce Sanchez. So Bryce Sanchez in for 2. Now the score is 20-0, and we're still in the 3rd quarter with 7:08 remaining. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. And everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us. Start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
And a nice touchdown pass from Manny Fuentes to Malachi Mitchell. It is going to be a 15-yard touchdown pass.
Correct, and just a beautiful play call, well executed. And we were talking in that short break about the decision to go for 2. We think it's probably because it makes it a 3-touchdown game.
Right.
Because if you go 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions, then a field goal can tie it. So I like the decision. Obviously, I like the execution on the 2-point conversion as well when you got Bryce Sanchez using.
Yep. Well, that's what they did on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, so now it's a 3-touchdown game, 20-0, and we are a little over halfway through the 3rd quarter. Exactly what the Coyotes wanted. Take 5 minutes off. No, take 5 minutes off the clock, and
about close to 5. Yeah, right about.
I couldn't remember if it's 12-minute quarters or 15-minute quarters.
Yep.
Either way, that's exactly what they wanted to do on that first drive. Looks like Peyton's fine.
Oh, yeah, he kicked that ball all the way to about the 2-yard line, and here comes a starburst. And going nowhere, and brought down about the 13, 14-yard line.
Yeah, inside the 15. So nice special teams tackle there from Gabriel Castro, one of the 36 seniors on this team. His first tackle of the contest.
I mean, isn't that just neat to see and hear? 36 seniors.
I mean, it's crazy. It says a lot about the program.
Of course.
That 36 players, want to be involved because, only 11 can play at once.
Demasio Canaciro is the quarterback still for the Los Lunas Tigers.
And Aiden Rutley with his second tackle for loss of the game as he blasts into the backfield and makes the tackle. It's going to be a loss of just one, looks like.
That's a quarterback name as well too, huh? Demasio Canaciro.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a lot of good names that we've dealt with in our career in broadcasting, and that's another nice name. Quick pass there to number 2. It's going to be caught by Fabian Trujillo and brought down finally about the, we'll call it about the 17, 18-yard line.
And I believe that was Zy Carrasco with the second tackle of the evening.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 5. Coyotes do lead 20-0. And what a pass it was to make it 20-0 by Manny Fuentes to Malachi Mitchell. And the 2-point conversion was successful by Bryce Sanchez. Canaciro is going to go quick once again up the middle. And, wow, kind of a dangerous play there. But it's going to be incomplete. But you had Wesley Gallegos there getting ready to lay the wood.
Well, Wesley, on the coverage, and you saw who was coming in the opposite direction. That's the one you have to worry about, and that was Zy Carrasco. And it will be Castillo back to field this punt. So, again, I think this is a situation where you have two guys that are really good at it.
Yep.
It's not necessarily a benching or anything like that. Zy has had a little trouble handling the ball back there with a couple of punts, so going to let Castillo have a shot at it. He's dangerous as well.
Matt Castillo, about the 47-yard line. There's going to be the snap and the punt. And it's going to take a Tiger bounce. And they're just going to stay away from it. And the Coyotes will take over about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's a good field position here for the second possession of the second half. And let's see if they can get a drive similar to the one they just had. I mean, I think that's what they want to do. I mean, you always want a score, but, a quick hitter.
Yep.
To me, exactly right. To me, I'd rather have a long, sustained drive here than a quick hitter.
Well, this is a very, very important drive for the Roswell Coyotes right here. I mean, if you can get into the end zone, take some time off the clock, of course, but get into the end zone and probably try another 2-point conversion and make it a 4-possession.
Well, yeah, it would be a 4-possession.
Yeah, so it'd be 28-0. So let's see what Jeff Lynn and the Roswell Coyotes will do here. Manny Fuentes dropping back to pass. Has some running room. Good arm.
Oh, what a fake.
He faked it out across midfield. And the kid has some speed and finally out about the 34-yard line.
Going to be right at 20-yard carry for Fuentes, and that was all due to the ball fake. He faked out the defender thinking he was going to make the throw. And Manny up to 58 yards on the ground today in a big gain for the Coyotes. 36-yard line. And just good decision making. I mean, he's just playing like a senior quarterback, isn't he?
Of course.
Just great decision making.
That young man right there is, I really enjoyed talking to him. Had the opportunity to coach his dad back in 2000. I'm not showing my age at all, I guess. But there's going to be a little dump now to Peyton Kennard. Kennard on his feet and finally got down about the 9-yard line.
Now we're going to get a flag for some extracurricular stuff. There is, it's between number 17, that's Ty Gould, junior defensive end. And I didn't see the Roswell Coyote involved. Gould had his helmet come off or taken off at some point. Something tells me this is coming back. Coyotes are acting like it's coming back, but they're discussing. I think Maybe it'll be offsetting unsportsmanlike and redo the play, which is unfortunate because it's a nice gain by.
Don't see that very often, but
Peyton Kennard.
You might be right.
And you kind of forget how big and powerful Peyton Kennard is.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, he's and you can also forget that he was a quarterback. I mean, he's so versatile. Great receiver, great runner, great kicker.
They have him down at 5'9". I think he's about 5'11". They have him at 160 pounds. That's more like 190.
Yeah.
I mean,
those are way off.
To be real honest, he might be 200 pounds. I mean, full of muscle.
He is a big, thick, strong kid.
So they're going to offset?
Nope.
Nope. They're going to call it on the Roswell Coyotes.
Are they? I think it's offsetting. All right. Give us an indication, please.
No indication on the field yet.
Offsetting.
Okay, so
replaying first down from the same spot. It has to be. So it's going to be offsetting unsportsmanlike.
Discussion is over.
Now we've got it. That's it. We just made it.
There it is. Offsetting. 1st and 10 from the 36. Coyotes take over now. Same formation for the Coyotes. You have two men on top of your screen. Pistol formation. There's a snap, and it's going to be handed off to Bryce Sanchez. And there's going to be a shoe on the play that fell off.
So that's a nice game. What are we going to say, 7?
7 or 8. Yeah, it's going to be more 7.
So that gets Bryce up over 100. 103 yards.
103 yards rushing from Bryce Sanchez tonight.
Two touchdowns and a 2-point conversion.
Okay, so 2nd and 3. 20-0 is the score. 4:45 remaining in the third quarter. Bryce will get another chance to run the ball.
It'll depend on the spot, and it's going to be a little short, I think. It's going to be 3rd and half a yard, maybe.
If you're lucky. Well, I'm looking right now, 3rd and 1. You think I'm crazy, Coach, but I'm kind of looking at a pass here.
Well, maybe a similar type play that you scored on last time.
Just a play action pass here.
That they think you're going to push and run it.
Oh, okay, I see where Brandon, he might just call his own number and get back in there for the first down, but he decides to go ahead and go with Bryce Sanchez, and it's going to be real close, I think.
Oh, no.
He's going to get it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got almost 2 yards, I think. And the clock will continue to move. We're going to be inside of 4 minutes here. 20-0 your score. And the Roswell Coyote defense, I mean, they're good enough now that I think we've got to come up with a nickname for the defense, Coach.
Well, let's start trying to figure that out, because right now, if they can score, I'll tell you what, you're just kind of putting the knife in the back there.
Oh,
and look at this.
Showing off the speed.
On the 10, 5, and we'll step out of bounds.
20-yard carry for Godoy.
Nice.
Yeah, they give Bryce a little breather, and Godoy says, well, hey, I can carry the ball too.
Yeah, well, of course.
So 1st and goal at the 6.
So we have on top, we have number 10, Jacob Palomino, downstairs here on the bottom of your screen.
And Godoy's still in the game.
Godoy.
They give it to him again.
No, and here comes Fuentes. He's going to throw it into the end zone for another touchdown.
It's Kennard.
And that's Kennard for 6 points. Touchdown, Coyotes. So Manny Fuentes to Kennard. And you're going to give him 6-yard touchdown pass?
Yep, and it looks like they are going to kick. So Estrada out there to hold again for Kennard, and we'll see if they can get this aspect of the game back on track.
Well, unless they try the fake and go for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
but
I don't see it with the backup holder, but
nope, that's going to be kicked well, and the indication says so as well. Score now is 27-0 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Even if you...
625-2840.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, live from the Wool Bowl. And I'll tell you what, Kyle's looking good on a 6-yard touchdown pass once again from Manny Fuentes, but this time to to Peyton Kennard. PAT was successful. Kyle's looking good. Let's see what the defense can do here on this drive.
You know, sometimes there's just a matchup that usually goes your way, and I'll tell you what, Los Lunas, they must hate playing us. I mean, we just always, no matter the situation, no matter the classification of both teams, no matter if it's state championship or just a, non-district game, don't matter if it's here or there, we just have their number. Yeah, we have their number.
A good hard run by Dominic Trujillo as he takes it from about the 10 all the way down to about the 27 or so.
Yeah, pretty
28-yard line, maybe.
Pretty good return tackle made there, I believe, by Connor Nichols. First time we called Connor's name. Might not be his first tackle, but these stats. 100% guaranteed.
Absolutely. Okay, it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 27. And Demasio Kaneshiro, the quarterback for Los Lunas. And they're just going to hand it off right here. I think...
I'm not sure they have that luxury.
Well, I think you're right.
And I'll tell you what, Aiden Rutley for his 3rd tackle for loss in the game.
Yep.
If that kid starts coming on, look out. But we're talking in the break about this defense. My goodness.
I'm telling you, Coach, I was so impressed with Coach Bolaños. Well, and of course, most importantly, the kids, but the way he studies the film, the way he tries to put everybody in formation, and just the way not only that, though, the entire coaching staff.
He's going to be a great head coach one day.
Oh, there's no ifs, ands, or but about it. And there's going to be a nice pass, and this time it looks like the Los Lunas Tigers will get on the board on a nice pass from Demasio Kaneshiro to number 2, Fabian Trujillo. That was about 70 yards.
Well, actually, yeah, it was almost 80 yards because they had the tackle for loss. I was going to say 75.
75, yeah.
But,
a beautiful pass. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Great catch, and then he broke the tackle. But, that's what we said pregame. Yep. You let them behind you.
They're going to beat you.
Can throw it.
Let them behind you. They're going to beat you.
Yep.
Okay, so now looks like Los Lunas might possibly go for... Yeah, this is going to go to the regular old PAT.
Yeah, they do that little misdirection like Artesia does.
And Nathan Martinez, his kick is up and good. Now the score is 27-7. We're going to take a break in 30 seconds. We'll be back. You're watching and listening to KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Just kind of looking at what was going on down the sideline. Everything's okay. Just Coach Bolaños talking a little strategy to number 14, Connor Nichols.
Well, and what stuck out for me there is Coach Lynn going all the way 10 yards out on the field to pump up his defense after that. Because, how do you ask much more of them? Yeah, they got beat on a big hitter there. But, I mean, they've shut them out to this point. We're almost to the 4th quarter, just 2.5 minutes. And they're just now allowing Los Lunas to score, and it takes a bomb to do it.
One of the things that, when I talk to Coach Lynn, and you've talked to him many times about this as well, a lot of times, you're the head coach and you control the entire squad, coaching staff, you name it. Oh, look at this right here. This could be off to the races, and who is that? That's going to be Matt Castillo?
I think it's Castillo. We'll get it for you.
Yeah, that was a nice run on the starburst there. But what I was going to say is, Coach Lynn, he's not one of those coaches that micromanages. He's going to allow Coach Bolaños to take care of the defense, and he does. He doesn't tell Coach Bolaños what to run, how to run it, and what to do. He goes to the opposite side of the field, and as a matter of fact, I don't even know if they communicate. He has enough trust in his defensive coordinator to say, hey, just take care of business.
Well, that's what happens when you have a head coach quality defensive coordinator.
That's right.
And you just trust him. It's almost like having two head coaches out there.
Well, that's exactly right. Here goes speed option. Fuentes decides to take it himself, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of about 3 yards. Maybe 4. Let's see where the spot of the ball is going to be. They're going to give him about...
They're going to say 3.
3. Okay, so we're approaching the 2-minute mark. The Coyotes do lead 27-7. And the name of the game right now has been the defense for the Roswell Coyotes. Okay, 2nd and 7 from the 44 left hash. Pistol formation once again.
Low snap.
And there's Fuentes kind of in the flat area, and it's going to be caught by number 12, Malachi Mitchell.
See what they give him. They should give him about 7. And they're going to give him 5.
They're going to give him 5, yep. Okay, so 3rd and 2. Let's see if they go into that tight formation here, maybe some motion, and see if they go ahead and give it to Bryce Sanchez. But no, they're going to go ahead and go back in that pistol formation again. They do have number 10, Jacob Palomino, on the top of your screen.
Let's go into Bryce.
And there's that toss, and there it is. Bryce Sanchez will have the first down and more. And I'll tell you what, seeing that kid play is pretty exciting.
It is.
You're going to see that kid play on a Saturday. You never know, even on a Sunday.
10 yards for Bryce Sanchez. His 23rd carry. And I'll tell you what, you saw Adrian Barraza pulling out there on that play and just destroying the defender, allowing Bryce to hit the hole. And that's kind of dirty work that offensive line's been doing all day and all year.
Manny Segala and Estrada on top of your screen now. Here comes Fuentes.
Oh, he's got
up the middle. And there's Estrada at the 10-5 and finally brought down about the 2-yard line. Good look by Manny Fuentes, and the Coyotes are threatening once again.
41-yard completion nearly doubles the pass yardage for Fuentes on the day. Gets him up to 93 on the 41-yard strike to Josh Estrada, who's been kind of quiet this year. He's had kind of a slow start to the season, but you just see that speed kills.
Oh, my gosh. All right. It's going to be another first down. We're about 30 seconds left in the third quarter. The Coyotes going to try to get on the board, and let's see what Fuentes does here as he's under center with motion. And he's going to go back to the workhorse with Bryce Sanchez, and Bryce Sanchez is going to be real close, but I think he's going to be a yard short. And that's probably going to end the quarter as the Coyotes lead 27-7 and threatening. It is going to be 2nd down and about 1, and that will end the quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take a break. You are listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Even if you swing a golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Welcome back to Coyote Football as we are here in the fourth quarter now. About to begin the fourth quarter. Coyotes do lead 27-7. And Coyotes are threatening. It is going to be 2nd and 1. And Coach Lynn's still talking with his high-powered offense.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, it's just like pick your poison, and it's never a good choice. to get a score from Gallup, but it's audio only, and they don't have the score on the bottom of the screen, so we'll try to get that another way for you.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, it looks like Fuentes getting the Coyotes huddled up here as they approach the goal line here. 2nd and 1. 2nd and goal. And that looks like that's going to be Segala here in motion. Bryce Sanchez is going to be held up. And are they going to call it a loss?
I don't know. It looks like
this is perfect. Coach Lynn is trying to get into the end zone. Of course, we do know that. But with the stop here, the clock continues to run. The Coyotes going to be successful right here in just a moment.
Well, it is going to bring up a 3rd and goal from about the 2.5. We're going to have to give him a 1-yard loss on that one.
Yes.
Good defense. And really pass where you want to sneak, I think. And there's the up back.
And that one's going to be a touchdown for the Coyotes. Hayden Kennedy in for 6. Touchdown, Coyotes. So Coyotes now extend their lead 33-7. So Kenner now.
First carry of the game for Kenner.
Yeah, 1 yard bound.
I'm going to give him 2.
2 yards, okay.
And so that make his own extra point here.
Yeah, so Kenner now, that's the 2nd touchdown of tonight.
All right, he had the receiving touchdown.
He did. He had a 6-yard touchdown pass from Fuentes and scored that one, and now a 2-yard rush. And now the PAT is up and good.
So Kenner scoring 3 different ways tonight.
So 34-7 now as the Roswell Coyotes extend their lead. We're going to take a break. You're listening and watching KSVP-TV.com and 106.5 Roswell Stock FM.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to smart home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at PlateauTel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Most of the problems that people have with plants comes down to basic farm management. That means knowing what to plant and when to plant it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Planting at the wrong time usually leads to disappointment and heartache, sort of like your first love. But planting at the right moment puts Mother Nature on your side, and that makes growing things easier and a whole lot more fun. So before you plant anything, come to see us at Roswell Seed, or just give it a try and hope for the best. It gives me a chance to say, I told you so.
Welcome back to Coyote Football here on 106.5 Roswell Stock FM and KSVPTV.com. Peyton Kennard gets into the end zone from 2 yards out and then decides to kick his own PAT to make it 34-7.
Yeah, we were just discussing, his 3rd way he scored tonight. They got to let him throw a pass. He's a former quarterback. Got to let him throw one. Got to let him try a field goal now.
Yeah, look at that leg that young man has there. They decide not to go into the starburst.
Nice tackle with one hand there by
number 11. That's going to be Abe Toscano, I saw.
That's 14. It's 14.
Oh, 14, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I do see Abe in there, too, with his green shoes. So you know what that reminds me of, right?
The old yellow shoes from the last 2 years?
It was the yellow shoes, the turquoise, or it was kind of more of a fluorescent, I guess, was the Strata. But Toscano had a little bit of an assist on there as well. 34-7 with 11:07 remaining in the ball game. A lot of tongue twisters tonight, Coach.
I'll tell you what, right here, just keep the offense in front of you for the defensive player.
Oh, there's going to be a fumble. And the Coyotes will get it. Looks like Keegan Nichols, possibly.
But isn't that an incomplete pass?
Nope, shovel pass.
Shovel pass is a fumble?
It was a fumble. Now, look, have a discussion. Let's see.
I don't think it is. I think that's an incomplete pass.
It was still a forward pass.
It's forward, so I think it's incomplete. I mean, we got on the ball.
So it's an incomplete pass. Yeah. Nobody gained possession is what you're saying. Okay, I thought somebody had possession.
No, well, they did, but it's...
So I thought it was a fumble. I didn't say it was an interception. I thought it was more of a fumble.
No, it got on the ground. Okay. He did push it forward, so it's just like throwing it forward.
So it's an incomplete pass. Yes, you're right.
So they got it right there. You'd love to have the turnover, but they got it right.
So I thought the shovel, I thought somebody actually caught it and fumbled it. But in this case, it was a shovel pass, incomplete. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10. And now
Quezada on that tackle.
Kenishiro will have some positive yards there, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Los Lunas Tigers.
Yeah, at this point in the game, this is 4-down territory for Los Lunas if they have any hope of coming back. If you're just playing to get the game over with, then you can punt it if you don't get it here, but I don't see that happening. I think they've got 2 downs to get these 6 yards.
3rd and 5 from the right hash now is the Los Lunas Tigers. Kenishiro, quarterback, is going to be shotgun left. He's going to move the formation now. It's going to be Wildcat.
Yeah, that was direct snap, wasn't it?
Direct snap. It's going to be Caden Reese now with the carry, and he will go nowhere.
Nichols will knock him out of bounds short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 3, and you got to go, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You can't just give up at this point. I think punting's given up. We're in wholesale substitutions.
Well, we're going to call it 3rd, and it's actually going to be 3rd and about 5 is what it's going to be.
4th down.
Excuse me, 4th and about 4 now.
Okay, game over.
Absolutely.
Game over. I mean, if you're punting here, you are saying we lost the football game.
Is it appropriate for me to say you giving up?
I think so. Oh, except when you do this.
Okay, so I didn't think so. That's not like.
Yep. And that's actually
Coach Greg Hennington's team. It's not like him.
I 100% credit on that. Line
perfect.
Up,
okay.
Go for it. I love the call, and they executed it perfectly. I mean, if you punt it there, you're giving up, and you're right. That's not like that, Coach.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy. He's an excellent coach. And Coach Lamb was talking about him and the coaching staff as well. Very, very well respected around the state of New Mexico.
Yeah. I would have been shocked if they punted that ball.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 46. Now, Kenishiro is going to go deep. Might have somebody open, and it's going to be a little too far. That might have been out of bounds anyway. But, I talk about this every year, Coach McDonald. One of my dear friends, one of the assistant coaches for Los Lunas Tigers is Paul Sermons. Just a great guy. We coached, had a lot of battles during the softball era, and, softball days, and he's beat me probably more times than I beat him, but most respect for him and that coaching staff as well.
Well, Wes Gallegos with another great play in the defensive secondary there. He was with the receiver the whole way and just not going to give up the long ball there.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 now on the incomplete pass. Motion in this formation here, and again. I'm not seeing Kenishiro anymore. That's actually number 4. That's going to be Caden Reese.
Wow, went to the sophomore quarterback. So.
Yeah, going back to the sophomore quarterback. So, kind of curious to find out what happened to the Maceo Kenishiro. 34-7 in favor of the Coyotes. 9:14 remaining in the contest.
And that was Nate Herrera, who nearly got a big loss on that play, but.
Yeah, they're going to go again here as. Okay, no, it's just it's back to Kenishiro.
Yeah, Moriel.
So it was what they were trying there. It was just like Wildcat.
Yeah.
Action.
Yeah, it must have been. So Kenishiro was wanting his receiver to come back for the ball a little more. Instead, it was Monreal who had a chance at a pick, diving for it, but ball goes into the ground. And now, this down and distance, I think you can actually punt this one.
Matt Castillo is about the 25-yard line. Let's see what happens here. I think in this case, Coach Hennington is absolutely correct. That's a beautiful punt for Los Lunas, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, the way the Coyote offense is taking care of the football and running clock, you're not going to get 4 scores in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I think it's okay to punt that one.
Well, I think if I were Jeff Lynn right now, and I'm not, but if I were, I'd continue running that ball, taking that time off the clock there. Hey, did I just see Peyton Kennard go in as quarterback? Oh, okay, no.
He's going in as the fullback.
Okay, I was like, okay, there you go.
Well, I would,
it's like hitting for the cycle, Coach,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, so Kyles will take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Yeah, 34-7.
You can hand it to him and have a halfback pass type situation.
Of course, and that could happen.
Like you said, or like I said, I think
I think you said it.
He was quarterback.
There's going to be a
holding all over
flag. It's going to be a hold on the Kyles, it looks like, possibly.
So that'll take those 3 yards away from Bryce and back the Coyotes up all the way to the 10, and that's declined. Chop block. So that'll take it to the 10 either way. It's going to be half the distance on the chop block, which is 10 yards. It would have been 10 yards on the hold. So it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 10. So 2 penalties.
Declined.
Yeah, but they accept the chop block.
Okay.
When I thought it might just be holding, I thought they might decline it just to try to get the ball back quicker. But
well, it's time for me to stand a little bit here. Legs a little tight. It's been a long, long day. Okay, 1st and 10 from they're going to call about the 15-yard line, huh?
The 10.
The 10-yard line, okay.
Oh, here's the deep ball. Oh, that could be interference.
And that's going to be caught.
Caught anyway.
Caught anyway, and pass interference.
30-yard catch from Jacob Palomino. My goodness. More than 30.
There's 2 flags now.
Let's see where they spot it.
Jacob Palomino showing his athleticism.
35 yards if it's where the ball is.
Well, it might even be 40.
Started at the 10. Yeah, that's a 35-yard reception.
Okay, yeah. See A.B. Toscano jogging off. That's a heck of a pass, and what a catch.
Yeah, it's kind of a 50-50 ball. I mean, he was well covered, but Jacob just wanted it more and showed off, as you said, the athleticism.
Well, we're going to find out what the play of the game is going to be this week, and right now, that's probably one of the top ones. There's going to be the toss, and they're going to get Peyton Kennard for the hold.
Get Kennard for the hold, so that's going to come back. So Estrada will not get the 6-yard reception. Yeah, to me, it's one thing if it's happening in the trenches, but when it's out in space like that, first of all, it always gets called because it's easy to see. And the second thing is you've got your teammate running in space with speed. You don't need to do that there. So you don't. That's kind of a bad penalty there.
Well,
it's going to bring up
1st and about 20.
1st and 20 again.
All right, 1st and 20. Counts on the 35-yard line, right hash. Fuentes pistol formation. And they're going to hand it off to Sanchez. And I like the call. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's 1st and 20.
You have to run some time off the clock with the 34-7 lead. Why would you not?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can get them to use a timeout or
that's right.
Something along those lines. I don't think they would because I think they feel like the game's out of reach anyway.
Right.
So just run the clock out. If you have to punt, you punt.
Yep.
I mean, you want to take a shot on 3rd down, try to get the 1st down? Fine. You can even take a shot here.
2nd and 19 now. Clock continues to run. 7.5 minutes left in the ball game. Pistol, Fuentes. There's that drop pass, screenplay. And there is Bryce Sanchez, and he'll get some positive yardage there.
7 yards on the reception.
Good sportsmanship there by the Los Lunas Tigers. Gage Marcus, the 6'1 junior, exchanging conversation with Sanchez.
Yeah, this is the time of the game where you want to see the good sportsmanship and not the bad. I mean, you never want to see the bad, but this is a time sometimes where players can get into taunting mode, or
and you don't want
like that. And you'd rather see that instead. So hats off to that
for both squads.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Yeah, Los Lunas going next week. They play at La Cueva. That should be a contest in itself as well.
Just going to have to unload this.
Fuentes taking a shot. Has the spot open. And it's going to be a completed pass. And brought down finally at the 25-yard line. Coyotes trying to stick the knife. But there's going to be a flag. Was it a late hit?
Oh, no.
37 on this side here.
37-yard reception. 36.
So they're going to decline the penalty. So it's going to be another Coyote first down. Penalty is declined. So Coyotes are now working from the 26-yard line.
Wow. Fuentes up over 200 yards.
All right, Fuentes going back to pistol now. Slot to the left. Hand it off to Sanchez. Sanchez will gain about 3 yards.
Well, depending on the spot, I think we can give him 5.
Yeah, you might be able to give him 5. Let's see. Yep, 5 yards. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. We'll call it left hash.
Bryce coming out of the game here. Well-deserved break.
Of course.
27 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion for Bryce. Yeah, hard to pick a play of the game here, isn't it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of great plays here, and right now, I'll tell you what, the play of the game is the defense for the Roswell Tigers. Oh, what a hit by Dominic Trujillo for the Los Lunas Tigers. Wow. Just hit that gap, and
6-yard loss.
That was the Godoy, wasn't it?
Yeah, he never had a chance. I mean, defender was on him at the same time as the football. He actually did a good job holding on to it.
Yeah.
Bring up 3rd and 11.
And the time continues. 4:45.
Are we going to get the 4th way to score? If they don't get it here, they're going to let him kick a field goal?
There's a possibility.
I kind of like to see it.
3rd and 11. Why would you not? All right, here comes Fuentes. Going to call a timeout. Coyotes. We're going to take one, too. We'll be right back. Coyotes lead 34-7. You're listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell Talk FM.
Hey, Freddie Sosa here, Richland Chevy.
And Scott with the Dodgeboard.
For 5 days only, the Richland Chevy lot on West 2nd will be loaded down with cars, trucks, and SUVs from both dealerships. So who's it going to be?
Ram,
Silverado,
Chrysler,
Buick. You decide. Plus, low interest rates and rebates on select vehicles. Remember, Chevy versus Dodge, September 7th through the 12th at Richland Chevy on West 2nd. We're going to smoke the Dodge boys.
You Chevy cats don't stand a chance.
Meow.
Welcome back. We're here in the 4th quarter with 4:31 left in the ball game. Coyotes lead big, 34-7 over Los Lunas. Coyotes did take a timeout to have a little quick discussion. Let's see what Coach Lynn and the Coyotes are going to do here. Roswell, number 4 overall in the state of New Mexico in all classifications, and the Los Lunas Tigers, number 5 overall in all classifications. Coyotes number 2 in the 5A classification. All right, empty set now for the Coyotes. 3rd and 11. Let's see what Fuentes does here. Fuentes will take the snap.
Oh, he's in trouble.
He's in trouble, and he's going to break away. 20-yard line, 15. But there is going to be a flag.
He would have enough for the first down.
And this might be a holding call on the Coyotes, and it is. You know, I was talking about Los Lunas. They play La Cueva next week, and La Cueva is actually number 6 overall in the state of New Mexico. So a lot of good contests here in the next couple of weeks. Very curious to find out the score. Carlsbad Clovis.
All right, I'll look for that. Goddard was up 49-0. That may have ended early. And it was in the fourth quarter.
Our prediction of that was that Goddard was going to win big.
Yeah.
That was my prediction, at least, Tanner. I think both of ours, actually.
Well, you thought they'd win bigger than I did, so you were more righter than I was.
More righter, huh? By 1 point, I suppose, right? All right, it's going to be 3rd and 21. Bryce Sanchez coming in the ball game now, talking to his quarterback, Fuentes. And now there's going to be another timeout, possibly.
Delay.
Oh, they're going to call a delay with 1 second left on the clock.
No, motion. You called motion, not a delay.
Goddard wins 49-0 as a final.
Oh, so they didn't end it early. They just won by that score. All right, here's Artesia up 32-14 second quarter. Those look old. Let me refresh that.
Yeah, I think Tanner Todd is working on that for us, possibly trying to get some updates from around the state. Maybe communicate with Gene. Maybe get some scores. Artesia score, maybe.
3rd and 26 here.
Maybe get the Artesia football game.
This is interesting. 3rd and 26. This is just take a shot time, right?
Well, of course. And why would you not? Here we go. Fuentes dropping back to pass. He's going to go into the end zone. And
a lot of contact down
man,
there.
I thought that was almost pass interference. We do have a score here from Deming. Looks like Artesia 54, Deming 26, with 33 seconds left in that ball game.
Here's your update from Clovis.
Okay.
Fourth quarter, Clovis 33, Carlsbad 17. So it looking like.
Say Clovis, that again, Coach. I'm sorry.
33-17 Clovis.
Really? Okay.
Yep. So that looks like they're going to get that upset done.
All right. 4th and 26. Zy Carrasco set to pump for the Roswell Coyotes.
Boy, you just really didn't think this was going to be a punting situation. I mean, it obviously is right here, but.
Well.
Hobbs coming back on Lovington.
Another delay of game.
Fourth quarter score, Lovington 26, Hobbs 23.
How much time's left?
Doesn't say.
Oh,
just
gosh.
Fourth quarter.
That's in Hobbs.
That is...
At the No Elevator Stadium?
I think Huff and Puff Stadium, that is at Hobbs, yes.
Oh, look at that spiral kick.
Yeah, pretty good.
And that's going to take a Coyote bounce.
It'll stop by itself.
And it will. What a job by Zy Carrasco. That's inside the 10-yard line, to be specific, right about the 6-yard line. So an excellent punt by Zy Carrasco.
41-yard punt with no return.
34-7 is the score in favor of the Coyotes still in the fourth quarter. 4:14 remaining in the contest.
Yeah, and it's all over but the crying now. I mean, it's just a chance to keep that a one-score game, which, you know, obviously the defense wants to do. They have not pitched a shutout this year. I'm sure that's one of their goals. They've come close in Hobbs and now might come close here depending on this drive.
Kaneshiro.
Noah Lynn just gives a shove to the guard. I think
he gets a little excited.
He wanted to shout at his safety there.
Okay, here we're back in play now. Kaneshiro will hand it off.
Carrasco making the tackle. And that's just kind of all right with everybody, I think. You know, they're not in a hurry. They know they can't come back. They're going to run their plays. They're going to try to get yardage, but you know, everybody here knows that this game is essentially over.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, like you said, Coach, just to make sure that both squads remain professional and keep their composure and make sure you're in this game with no injury. And that was just going to be thrown and incomplete pass.
Yeah, and Germ thought he had a chance at a pick there, and he was the closest, but it will stop the clock, however.
Yeah, so next week, during halftime, I did talk with a couple of dignitaries, but next week we'll have Mr. Ruben Bolaños at the halftime show.
Oh, nice.
He has actually kind of talked to us a little bit about the Roswell Independent School District and some of his responsibilities as a director of secondary education.
Another Keegan Nichols tackle as the first-team defense still in there for the most part. Some regular rotators out there, but now we're going to have Nate Herrera come in.
Okay.
Give Avitia, well, he'll come out.
3rd and 4 from the 23. Shotgun left for Los Lunas. Cannon Shiro loses the ball and just falls on it, so it's going to be
a sack for Aiden Rutley. His 4th tackle for a loss and 2nd sack in the game. Now that one was a little more due to the center, but the first one there gets credit for the sacks.
Of course. So Los Lunas will be set to punt as Matt Castillo will be about the 50-yard line, and this should do it.
Yeah, I think once the Coyotes get the ball back, they can just they can actually kneel. It's probably what they'll do.
Well, that's probably what they should do. This is returnable for Castillo. Castillo, 45.
And 45.
And will remain at the 45. So we're approaching the 2-minute mark. To be precise, it is 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. The tent goes up for somebody. I don't know who that might be.
Well, Andrew Padilla trotting on the field. So if they're going to kneel, it's going to be the backup kneeling.
Okay.
But I think with Padilla out there, I think they're going to run plays.
Well, and I think you have to, Coach. I think you go ahead and give reps to some of the future players.
Right. I mean,
I think it's important to do that.
This is potentially his starting quarterback next year. It might be Luke Wynn. It might be Andrew. You never know. But yeah, I mean, reps are valuable.
And it could be, you just never know what happens this year. Hopefully no injury occurs. Right. And so, yeah, give him the reps. That's going to be Luis DeGoy. And Fuentes talking to Padilla. I love that. I love that visual right there. We have the head coach along with your starting quarterback that has played well all game, but giving direction to the future quarterback possibly.
Right. And we hope that future is basically next year.
Correct.
And not this year, but, you got to be ready.
Yep. 2nd and 8 now for the Coyotes. Padilla, the quarterback. And it's going to be a quick pass up the middle. It's going to be complete. And I love the pass from Padilla.
Dominic Pacheco, I believe. Is that 23?
Well, I thought it was Malachi Mitchell. That's Malachi Mitchell.
Okay.
So Malachi Mitchell coming in the ball game now is Dominic Pacheco. Padilla trotting back onto the field. Ready for a play here.
And Malachi has kind of become the go-to receiver this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, 1st and 10 for the Coyotes.
Hurry.
Approaching the 60-second mark.
Snap it.
And he's going to hand it off once again. Waste some time here.
Away for 2 more.
Mm-hmm. So you might have time for maybe 2 more snaps. For the Coyotes, and the Coyotes will win this ball game. Actually going to have 1 more snap for the Coyotes.
We're going to get Giovanni Apodaca trotting on the field. So they got 7 to snap it. They have to snap it or take a penalty. You better hurry.
Yeah, they're going to have 1 more snap, and there it is. That is going to be the last play of the ball game, and a nice hit. But The scoreboard says differently as the Coyotes win, score of 34-7. And what a ball game this was. Let's do this, Coach. You want to take a 30-second break? Come back with some statistics?
Give me just 1 second here, and I'll let you know.
Okay. As both teams line up here to show their sportsmanship.
Yeah, about 3 minutes.
You're going to go 3 minutes? Okay, we'll be back here in 3 minutes as the Coyotes win big, 34-7. But we'll talk some stats here in just a moment. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
How's everybody doing today? Great! All right, guys, for the month of August, both the Chevy and the Dodge store had really great months. It's good to see both stores picking up quite a bit of traction. Now, my big question is, who's going to have the better September?
Dodge boys. Man, y'all know this Chevy side is the best side.
Mopar, baby.
Duramax Diesel.
Grand Wagoneer. Man, we got the Yukon Denali.
Hey, you got me, boss.
All right, guys, I love the competitive spirit. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to bring all the vehicles over from the Dodge store and put over 200 vehicles in one spot. And we're going to see who the best dealership is. So all right, guys, what do you guys think about that?
Cold out and warmth in. And in the summer, it keeps heat out and cool in. For our 4 seasons weather, get 4 Seasons windows. Call today for your no-obligation spring window assessment. 575-755-7663 or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Welcome back to Roswell Coyote football as the Coyotes win big, 34-7 over Los Lunas this evening. I know the public is interested to find out the stats, so Coach McDonald, why don't you get it going?
All right, special teams, Peyton Kenner 2 for 4 on extra point attempts. Zy Carrasco 2 punts for a total of 83 yards. Good job with that category tonight. Matt Castillo 3 punt returns for a total of 7. And Castillo also had 2 kickoff returns for a total of 38 yards. Defense, excellent. Again, I'm saying it right now, best in the state that I've seen.
Of course.
Led tonight, as usual, by Keenan Nichols. I had him unofficially for 6 tackles and an interception. Aiden Rutley, 5 tackles. 4 of those tackles were for a loss, including 2 sacks. 3 tackles each for Verna Molinar, Nate Herrera, and Zy Carrasco. 2 tackles each from Jerem Morial, Connor Nichols, and then 1 each from Quezada, Gallegos, Avitia, Palomino, Godoy, Herrera, and Castro. Also, the 2 interceptions in the game, one from Nichols and the other from Wes Gallegos. Wes returned his for 18 yards. Offensively, Manny Fuentes, efficient as ever, 9 out of 12, 201 yards and 2 touchdowns. Andrew Padilla had the 1 pass for 16. Those passes went to Bryce Sanchez, 1 catch for 7 yards. Peyton Kennard, 1 catch for 6 yards and a touchdown. 2 catches for Jacob Palomino for a total of 39 yards. Josh Estrada, 2 catches for 77. And Malachi Mitchell, 4 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown. Running the football tonight, Peyton Kennard, 2-yard touchdown score. Zai Carrasco, 6 yards on the fake punt attempt. Malachi Mitchell, 2 carries for 15 yards. Luis Godoy, 7 carries for 28 yards. Manny Fuentes, 8 carries for 61 yards. And the train, Bryce Sanchez, 27 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 2-point conversion. And that is all she wrote for the stats, partner.
Well, I'll tell you what a game this was. Big win for the Roswell Coyotes as they improved their record to 4-0, and the Los Lunas Tigers now drop to 3-1. The Los Lunas Tigers will be back in action next week, September 15th at La Cueva. That game will be at, I guess it's Wilson Stadium is what it's saying, and that game will take place at 7 p.m. Good luck to them and the rest of the season. For the Roswell Coyotes, the Roswell Coyotes will be back in action on September 15th, next Friday at Carlsbad. That game will be at 7 p.m. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald will be live, KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And basically, we're going to call the play of the game again as the Roswell High defense, Coach. Don't you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
know what else you can do.
How you don't. They've just been dominant.
Yeah, so, okay, ladies and gentlemen, safe travels back to Los Lunas. We're going to close this out. Good night, safe travels, and it's always great to be a Coyote.
That concludes this presentation of Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Business Notions, Calici's Frozen Custard, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, ENMU Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Maze Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Plateau, Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram, and Richland Chevrolet Buick, Roswell Seed Company, Southwest Printers, Trustmark Roofing, the University of New Mexico, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Thanks for tuning into this broadcast of Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled program.